Ugh. These are never good indicators. Upcoming. It says upcoming. This event will begin in 2:17. It's begun right now! It's going right now! What do you mean? This event will begin. What type of shit is that? Go! It says this event will begin. Dude, the event has already begun. Gosh dang. Now it says started 19 seconds ago. What? Excuse me? Oh, I don't think this thing knows what it's doing. Is it going now? Okay, yeah, it is going. Dang. Stupid ass. YouTube went events about to begin in 2 minutes. Like, I already begun it. That's always a great way to open a stream, right? Okay. Hey guys, and welcome back. I should probably take my controller as well. There's my controller. Oh look, it matches the hoodie for red for whatever reason. I did not intend for that. I just bought the controller because it was cheap. It was the cheapest Xbox controller I could get a hold of. People don't like red controllers apparently. Hey guys, and welcome back to NEP Rebirth 1 Part 7. I don't know if I have a lot to say. I don't know, because I kind of fucked up the opening. Yeah, welcome back to NEP Rebirth 1 Part 7. Last time, I don't know exactly where we left off. I know, that we're at the beginning of Chapter 7. I think, yeah, they do split you up. This part of the story is kind of funny. I don't exactly remember it. I don't remember exactly, but, we'll check out some of the events. Like I said, I'm kind of fuzzy on how this part goes. I'm pretty sure there were like clones of the goddesses attacking each city, and that's kind of where you lead off from there. This part of the game's kind of weird, but I guess we got Histoire as a character now. They just add her in as a character. She's got to be level 1 though, right? So she's like not powerful at all. They just added her into the party like right now. Yeah, she's level 1, dude. She is not gonna get used. So yeah, at this point in the game, they split your party up into 4... Well, they split your party up and you gotta go to 4 areas. I forget... you don't really have to do it in any order. You can do whatever order you want. So I guess we'll start with the last station. Noir, I came to help. Oh, or did the super efficient Noir beat them all up already? Thanks for the sarcasm. Unfortunately, she got away. I can't believe the #1 fan favorite, Noir, let him get away. Stop it already. I have no time to bother with you now. Oh, come on. We're best buddies and stuff. You know that kid, right? I think I might gotta move the microphone back just a bit. No. Go back and up. There. Okay, that should be better. Something. I'm looking at it. I'm peeking the microphone from here. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Ever heard the saying, a hedge between keeps friendships in green. Still, it doesn't feel bad being approached. Lady Noir, did you say anything? Huh? No, nothing at all. Noir, we found her. Hey, you guys came? Oh, I didn't know it read like that. That kind of read funny. Xian, why are you working at the Basilicom? What happened to everyone? I already kicked everyone from Avenir out of the Basilicom. Xian's folks are helping, but I kind of feel super bad burdening them with this. Don't say that. We're all wanting to help you, so no troubles here. And now that we're helping, we found where that fake ran off to. You guys are good. Great. Let's head there. War has been added. So pretty much whatever order you decide to do it in, decide the order you'll get your goddesses back. Because now you can't do either Planeptune, Leanbox, or Louis. You actually just have to do Bliss Station. And it'll lock you into it. You can't like jump around or anything. Be careful. Are they gonna give me blueprints? No. I don't think I checked the weapon shop before. Maybe I did. I'll check again though. No, it looks like I actually did check it before. Cause what's Pishi's weapon? Yeah, I checked it. I probably, as a matter of fact, bought and equipped whatever she needed. Okay. So yeah, pretty much you're going to be locked into whatever dungeon you decide to go to. So we're going to be locked into Noir's dungeon until we beat it. Shouldn't be too hard. I think. I'm not 100%. So this is where Lestation's legendary weapon is. The legendary weapon, I wonder what it looks like. Well, it is legendary, so I bet a courageous hero or a saint was using it. You look happy, Noir. Why shouldn't I? I can't wait to see the legendary weapon. Who knows, maybe it's legendary in the sense that it's an evil sword. And I bet that sword grows in power the more goddesses it kills. Hey. They reference, that's a interesting, well, I don't want to say anything. I'm not gonna not saying anything, but it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Why did my computer boop? And I bet that sword grows in power the more goddesses it kills. It's the legendary cursed sword known as... Damn, they go that deep. Geha. It's the legend... Ouch. We seeded trauma into some people who went through that, so stop it. I can't say it. I can't... That's hilarious. They spoil some shit. That actually straight up spoils some shit. Kind of weird that they include that in the game. I mean, especially considering it's like, this is like a lot of people's entry into NEP. So the fact that they included that is kind of interesting. It's like not everyone that played this game also played the original NEP trilogy. Like the actual, like, the original ones, not the remasters. Or the rebirths, whatever you want to call them. Which are the remasters, so. I mean, they kind of already went out and spoiled it, but, you know, not entirely. I don't think I did any mission. Nah, I didn't. Okay. So we'll just go into here. It's kind of funny that they do that, though, but I mean, it's also at the same time kind of weird. Why would you talk about that if, you know, this is like the entry point for a lot of people? I mean, it sure shit is like the entry point for like a majority of people, I think. Oh, God. Okay, that's my hit button. I'm getting my controls mixed up because I'm playing another JRPG. That's not good. I mean, this one's simple enough, so, you know. It's not like it's like crazy messing up, but I also play this game like once a week, so occasionally I forget the controls. It's not like they're hard controls. Like it's a turn-based JRPG, so it's not like the controls were crazy in the first place. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that they make a reference to that in this game. Obviously, if you don't know what they're referencing, it doesn't really matter. It'll make more sense later on. In a future game, I mean. Because that was... we'll see when we get to that game. Because I intend to play that one for sure. For the record, I don't know how much I should say, but they are referencing Rebirth 2. Something very specific in Rebirth 2. Which, yeah. I guess we'll get to that in Rebirth 2. They reference that, I mean, well, it's kind of, it's interesting. I'm trying to walk on eggshells, but I'm not trying to spoil everything. Because I don't want to. Because like I said, that's a game I intend to play. Because it's short enough. Rebirth 2 is 35 or so hours, I think. To achieve the particular ending that I'm looking for, I don't know how long it takes, or I don't remember how long it takes. I know if you're just going for the normal ending, it takes 35 hours. It's not a very long game. I wouldn't call it breezy, but it kind of is a breezy game. Like, honestly, you don't have to go too crazy with it. But I do intend to play that game. I don't know when. I do want to play it, though. Maybe, like, probably after the next game, which I think I've talked about that, because we're going to eventually come up on the next game. That being, Cry Machina. I don't know how far off that is, but it's not too far off, I'd say. Because I don't think we have that many parts left in this game. I was initially thinking it would take quite a few parts to get through this. It's actually seeming like it's not going to take that long. I'm trying to not grind as much as I usually do. Which is one reason why it's taking shorter, seemingly, or why I'm trying to make it take shorter. Take shorter, not take as much time. Like I said, English is not very good, but I do intend to get to Rebirth 2 eventually, but Cry Machina comes next for sure. I haven't even downloaded it yet, but I probably should. I don't know how big it is. I don't think it's that large of a game. Or it shouldn't be in reality. Like, the largest thing in that game should be like the textures, probably. Because to be clear, it's a beautiful looking game. I think, or what I've seen from like because I played it on Switch, and so it wasn't the craziest looking game on Switch. Because, you know, Switch games aren't that crazy looking, but it was still a decent looking game. I think the actual, if it's not, like, what words I'm looking for? I think it's actually a nice looking game if you play on, like, other systems. Which, like I said, we'll be playing on the PC. I could probably max out settings. It shouldn't be that hard. Besides the graphics, I can't think of anything else that would, like, make it super intensive on a system. But like I said, that's the next game. We'll talk about that game when we get to it. I think I've mentioned several times, I have a lot of opinions about that game. It's a great game, to be honest. But I do have opinions of it. My opinion on that game has gotten more positive as time has gone on. It's been about a year and a half since that game came out. But like I said, that's a topic for when we actually talk about that game. I'm getting my ass whooped. I don't know if I picked that. I might have to level up a bit. But yeah, that's the game I want to play after this one, because you know, it'd be a decent game. It won't be funny. It's not a funny game, really. It's actually quite serious. Not as well. It's like it's pretty wild in terms of the story. Which honestly, I don't even know. I'm not exactly sure where I'm heading in terms of games, because there's definitely some games I want to play that I've never played before. But as of right now, I feel like I'm just kind of sticking to what I know. Which I know Cry Machina, I know Neptunia for sure, so that's why I've been playing this game. And then I intend to play Caligula Effect, which I know that game as well, so you know. Kind of for now, I'm kind of sticking to the games I know. I don't know, down the line maybe that'll change. Maybe. I don't know. Because for like horror games, though, that's like a different thing though, because you can get those knocked out like pretty quickly. Like, I'm not, like, any of the horror games I've been playing, I'm not familiar with them at all. I've never played them. So, I mean, there's, like, that exception, but, you know. Like, there's been, like, times when I looked at, like, I was thinking about, maybe playing Corpse Party. I don't know Corpse Party, I never played it. Yeah, I never played any of the Corpse Parties, I think I played any of them. So, I'm not really familiar with them. And there's two different versions of the first game, which is kind of weird. I think one of them originally came out on the PSP, or one of them originally was like a RPG Maker game, and then the other one came out on the PSP, or something like that. I actually don't know. But those were games that I was like would be a blind playthrough because I've actually never played one of those games. I know some about those games because I'm pretty sure I've referenced them before. Specifically when referring to Death and Request, I think I refer to that game a lot. I refer to Corpse Party. I never played it, I don't think. Or no, I say I don't think, I'm pretty confident I never played it. But, you know, that was a game I was thinking about playing too. Kind of fucked up, like I said, this game is a lighthearted game. Some of the games I'm looking at playing are definitely kind of fucked up. That would be one of them. And then Cry Machina, I wouldn't call it, well, it's kind of messed up. In some context. Story-wise, I remember the first time I played it, it kind of tripped me out with the story. I don't know if that'll happen again. Well, it won't really, because I already know the story, but... that all being said, yeah. I think I'll have to grind a bit, because I'm getting my ass whooped by just basic-ass characters. And if that's happening, then... I don't know what's going to happen when I actually face, like, bosses. So we'll get the grinding out of the way right now. Rebirth 1, I've talked about this game enough, I feel like. I mean, I absolutely love this game. Like, nowadays, it's not my favorite Nep game. Like, I've played so much... I played, the entire Nep series at this point, besides, Neptunia Riders versus Doggoos. I haven't played that game yet. I will, probably after I played my current, I'm finished with my current game. I'll probably play that one. But like I said, I still have yet to get to that game. I've heard it wasn't that long. I heard it was like 5 hours long, which is, if that's the case, that's kind of disappointing. I'm not exactly sure though. I know it's not a JRPG. That's kind of what, if it was a JRPG, I'd have gotten to it by now. But since it's kind of like a, I don't think it's a JRPG. It's like a motorcycle spin-off. I was never really in a rush to play it, but like I said, it's a Neptune game, so I definitely want to play it. I'll get to that game eventually, like I said. Can't right now because I'm playing another game, and that game will be a long haul game, so it won't be anytime soon, I don't think. But I mean, besides that game, I've played the entire series, and I've found games that I like more than. Well, opinions have changed also because I think when I initially played the Rebirth trilogy, or no, I know for a fact. I keep saying I think. I always have nostalgia. That came off kind of harsh. I always have nostalgia for Rebirth 1 because it was the first one I played. But my initial favorite of the Rebirth trilogy was Rebirth 2, and then the replay. When I replayed it, I found out that I liked. My favorite is now Rebirth 3, which I still have my problems with that game. Like I said, we might play that one on stream. I'll have to see though, because that game is a long one, a lot longer than this game. This game, like even with my slow ass way of playing, I played that game in like 40 hours, or this one in 40 hours. That game took me like 80 hours, and then Rebirth 2 took me like 35 hours. So I'll have to see. I want to play on stream, but that one became my favorite when I replayed the Rebirth trilogy. Well, it became my favorite out of the Rebirth trilogy.
I'm over here, you guys.
Now my favorite is either Four Goddesses Online or Virtual Stars. I love both of those games to death. They're absolutely amazing. Really, the entire series I love it to death. I can say now that 2024 was a hell of a year for me, being honest. But I was playing the Neptunia series throughout that entire year. It definitely, I really liked it before. Like I liked the Rebirth trilogy when I originally played it. When I played Neptunia last year, though, I fell in love with it. It's because, I mean, like with all the shit, like I said, 2024 was kind of a rough year for me. So with all the shit that occurred, the kind of lighthearted Neptunia games really kind of helped me through that. So I loved these games anyways. Or I don't know if I would say I loved Neptunia before. I did really like it. I think I loved the combat system at the very least. I thought it was an awesome combat system. So when I played Death and Request, I was like, oh sweet, it's like the same combat system. So I like the combat system, but I don't know if I was like truly in love with the game back then. Nowadays, like I said, that was years ago. So when I replayed it, like, you know, a lot had changed. Like, I think I initially played it 2016, 2017? 2017, I think is accurate. So obviously I replayed it in replayed a majority of those games in 2024. So, I mean, 2017 to 2024, that's 7 years, a lot of changes in that time. And so, you know, at that time, I liked the games, and then when I replayed them, I fell in love with them. But
Is it my turn?
that kind of being the roundabout way of saying what I was saying, I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. I really do love it. It's not my favorite though, but it's like probably the most nostalgic out of all of them because it was the first one I played, and I just love the hell out of it. But it's still a good game. But the story really doesn't matter. Like, in the grand scheme of things, the story doesn't matter just because it takes place in Super Dimension. And every game in the main line, which is only 3 more, but every game following this one takes place in, what was the words I'm looking for? It takes place in Hyperdimension. Or at least it starts out in Hyperdimension. So, in all reality, everything that happens in this game kind of doesn't matter, but it gets you familiar with the characters. And like I said, it's a fantastic game, but it's like, eh. I want to play Reverse, but it's only on the PS5, which is kind of disappointing. But that's kind of, like I said, I think I've talked a lot about this game anyways, because, you know, I love it. It's a great game, just not my favorite anymore. But obviously, out of a game of 17, when you're competing with 17 other games, it's kind of hard to be like the best. Like when you get being the best out of 17 games is like truly saying something, I think. But that's kind of it for probably my NEP. I always ramble on NEP, so what the fuck, dude? I mean, it is a talk. We are playing NEP, so it doesn't make sense. But I do have shit to talk about though. While we're grinding, I think the first thing was the Nintendo Direct happened today, or a new Nintendo Direct happened today. So today is March 27th, and they did a Nintendo Direct for the Switch 1, or just for games for the Switch 1. Wasn't too blown away, honestly. Wasn't too crazy about it. I saw some stuff that is cool, I think, but I wasn't blown away by the presentation, honestly. So I think Romancing Saga 2 was cool. I thought that was cool. High on Life is getting a Switch release, which I also think is cool. I wanted to play that game for a while. And so the fact that it's coming out on the Switch, I'm happy. I'll definitely pick it up on the Switch and play it. Well, not much opinion on that, really. Like I said, Romancing Saga 2, I don't even know if that's getting a physical. That's the thing. If it's not getting a physical, I won't end up playing it anyways. But it looks interesting. I mean, it looks cool. Because, you know, it's just a JRPG. I think I'm pretty sure Saga is a Square IP. So, just, you know, my relationship with Square is kind of funny. You know, I like some of their games. I don't like some of their games. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Like I said, it's back and forth with Square, so I don't, you know. But it looks cool, you know, it's a JRPG. It was one of the few JRPGs they showed off at the presentation, honestly. But like I said, that game, Romancing Saga 2, that was cool. Then High on Life, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. I think it's like a 10-hour game, someone said. So I look forward to playing that because I wanted to play it. I saw someone play a little bit of it, and I was like, eh, that looks like a fun shooter. So I'm glad that's coming to the Switch because I'll be able to play that. And then they announced, what else did they announce at that? See, like Pokemon Legends Z through A, or whatever they're calling it, that I don't really care. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll buy it and play it, but I don't know, that one didn't really catch me. Metroid Prime 4 didn't really catch me. Unfortunately, my opinion on Metroid Prime is kind of soured. So I don't have like, when I was younger, I used to love Metroid Prime and have a really high opinion of it. For one reason or another, I've actually regressed, and now I don't really like it as much. Like, when Metroid Prime Remaster came out, I was actually really excited to play it because I hadn't played Metroid Prime in forever. Because, I mean, shit, that game came out forever ago on the GameCube, and that was like how long? I remember playing it on the GameCube. I don't know how many years ago. Like when by the time the remaster came out, but I played the remaster and I was like, I don't like this. And that's a pretty hot take, I think. But I played it, I didn't like it. But I loved this series as a kid. So seeing Metroid Prime 4, it was like, okay, well that's cool. They're doing Metroid Prime 4, but at the same time I was like, I don't know if I'm hyped up for this though. Like I didn't feel like I was excited to play it. So I don't even know. That's kind of I saw it and I was like, ah, that's cool, Metroid Prime 4, but I don't know. I feel like I said, I think I made a video of the games I replayed on my second channel. And I think I said my opinion, I think I said replaying Metroid Prime 1 was like a terrible decision. Because my opinion, I don't have a high opinion of that series anymore after that game. I don't know, my favorite was 2. So maybe if I played 2 again, I'd be higher opinion. Because I played them all up until that point. I think the only one I didn't play was Metroid Prime Pinball and then Federation Force, which, you know, who's trying to play Federation Force? But besides that, I played 1, 2 Echoes, 3 Corruption. I played Metroid Prime Hunters, and I loved them all. And then when I played Metroid Prime Remaster for the Switch, I was like, oh god, what are you doing to my childhood? I don't remember you like this. It was bad, dude. But I don't know. They showed off Metroid Prime 4. I'm not excited for it though. I can't say. Unfortunately, like I said, unfortunately. But I don't even know what else to say. They showed that off, and they showed off Tomodachi Life, which I never played. So I can't say I'm too crazy about that one. I mean, I'm interested and intrigued, but I wasn't one of the people who originally played Tomodachi Life. So I wasn't going crazy about that either. But I mean, I was interested because I've heard a lot of people talk about it. And I don't even know, there was Metroid Prime. I was excited for 2 more games, I think. Oh, they showed off, they were doing an HD of the Shin Megami Tensei spinoff. What was it called? Raido? That looks cool. And I meant to play that actually, because there's 2 of them, I believe. They came out on the PS2 and there were 2 of them. And I meant to play them, but I never did. I had them loaded up on an emulator and everything, but I never actually played them. But that's cool, I guess. I might pick that one up. Just because it's an action RPG, I'm kind of more interested in it. Even though I'm not crazy about Shin Megami Tensei. I've kind of expressed my opinion on it before. So, not being very positive about it, that is. So I don't know if that won't be that one looks cool though. I think I'll play that one. That was one of the ones I looked at. I was like, yeah, I'll play that. But the main one I think I saw that really caught my eye was they were doing HD 2Ds or 2D HD. I forget which order it goes in. I think it's 2D HD 2D. 2D HD sounds right, but they're doing 2D HD remakes of Dragon Quest 1 and 2. That genuinely excites me because I haven't played the 2D HD 2D of Dragon Quest 3. I think that was the one that came out. They did an HD 2D of Dragon Quest 3, I believe. I haven't played it because I was like, well, if they're gonna do the same for 1 and 2, I'll just wait for those and play those and then play 3. But that's cool. I'll definitely play that one for sure. That's like the only surefire thing. Well, besides like High on Life, that's like the only surefire thing that I'm gonna play from that direct is the HD 2D remakes of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 and High on Life. Besides that, it was kind of a dud. No, not gonna lie. But next week is gonna be the Switch 2 Direct, so I guess we'll see what they do with that. I'm relatively interested to see what they're gonna announce. I mean, either way, I'm gonna buy it. Probably. This is where we see if they're gonna go physical with their games. I'll say that if they don't have physical games for the Switch 2, I'm gonna be raising an eyebrow and questioning if I really want to switch to. And honestly, I don't know what I'll do after that point, because it seems like physical is dying, which is unfortunate. People still buy physical, but it's like feels like it's a dying medium. And if the Switch 2 is like, we're doing no physical games, I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this, because that would definitely be a turn off for me. I don't like buying game licenses. I like buying games. So that's kind of a. They definitely showed off that virtual game card thing, which almost implies that that's the direction they're going, which is kind of worrying. I guess we'll see though. Like I said, that's next week though. They kind of have to. They kind of do have to. They don't have to entirely sell me on a Switch. Well, like I said, no physical is a deal breaker, I feel like. So if there's no physical, then honestly, I feel like I have enough games on my Switch to last me the rest of my lifetime. So I wouldn't even be worried about that. And between my Vita and my Switch, I probably have enough games to last me the rest of my lifetime. So physical is kind of a make or break for me. So we'll see if they're gonna keep doing physical for the Switch 2. If they don't, like I said, I'm kind of like, that would definitely be a deal breaker for me. That's kind of really one of the only deal breakers. Other than that, later on I'm hoping they do like a Switch 2 Lite, so I don't have this big bulky fucking thing to carry around. Because honestly, the Switch 2 looks kind of massive, which is borderline a deal breaker, because it looks bigger than the original Switch, which is a problem. Like, I think it should be smaller, but yeah, that's kind of worrying as well. If they do a Switch 2 Lite, I wouldn't be too worried about it, but that's kind of worried that that system is just huge. Considering I have a Switch Lite and that thing is relatively small and portable, compared to the original Switch, the fact that that it looks like it might get bigger is kind of worrying, but that's all for next week, I guess. On Wednesday, I think they're doing the stream, so I guess we'll see what it is next week. But other than that, I don't even know. It was kind of so. It makes sense because I mean the Switch is on its end of life, so you know there's not gonna be a lot of crazy shit coming out at like the end of life, but you know, they showed off what they showed off for it, I guess. I'm surprised still like the only Yakuza to come to the Switch 1 is Yakuza Kiwami. I was kind of hoping they'd do Yakuza 0 for the Switch 1, but it looks like that's not going to happen, which is kind of unfortunate. Because honestly, it's kind of weird to do Kiwami before doing 0. Because 0 is like the quintessential Yakuza game. Like, you should probably play that one before you play any other one, but so putting Kiwami on the Switch 1 before putting that game on the Switch 1 was just kind of a weird choice. But I don't know. That was kind of all the director didn't do anything crazy for me. But I don't know, we'll see next week. Next week's the big one though, because they'll show off the Switch 2. And like I said, they're gonna kind of have to sell me on it. Like I said, like if they say physical, like, I'm in. Okay, fine. Like if they say it's got physical copies, I'm like, I'm in. It wouldn't take much more than that, honestly. And then down the line, like I said, I'd hope for a smaller version. But I don't know, like I said, they don't have to sell me too much on it. I love the Switch. It's pretty much, besides the Vita, it's pretty much the console I play like all the damn time. So, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But that's all for that. The other thing, though, is, Atelier Yumiya, dude. That's I think I mentioned on Friday I got Atelier Yumiya, and I got it, because I got it on launch day. Launch day was on last Friday, which was March 21st. And I got it on launch because I was like, I'm going to play this for sure. And that whole situation was kind of interesting. Sorry, I'm taking pauses because like my voice I keep getting dried out. That was kind of an interesting situation though, because in all reality, the last Atelier game I tried to play, I didn't really like. That was Atelier Riza, if you can believe it. That's kind of, I feel like that's heresy to say because a lot of people love that game. I played Riza and I played it for like 5 hours. I couldn't get into it. And so I took a long ass break. I tended to play play another Atelier game before I played Yumiya. Like the one that I really actually wanted to play, like because I bounced off of Riza and I was like, fine, I'll get back to this one eventually, which I will now. I'll say this up. It kind of spoiler alert, but I will get back to it eventually. But I tend to play Atelier Sophie before I played Yumiya, and then I was gonna play Atelier Sophie 2 on Switch, and you know. That was kind of my intentional direction I was going with it, but then by that time I was kind of like, I decided I was going to wait to play Yumiya. But there was a lot riding on this game. Because, honest to God, in my mind, the way it was that if I couldn't get into Atelier Yumiya, I wouldn't be able to get into any Atelier game. That's kind of how I looked at this situation. Like, I was like, I only ever saw the reveal trailer for it, and I was like, I really like this aesthetic that they're going for. And I was like, I think this is going to be the Atelier game that's going to, like, get me into Atelier games. And so that was kind of the hope, but, because that was purely based on the reveal trailer that they did for the Nintendo Switch.
Level
Purely based on that reveal trailer, I had set out to myself, I was like, yep, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to get into. I'm going to love it. And that was kind of the standard I set for myself. I was like, I hope I love it. I think I'm going to love it.
fight you.
But if I don't think I'll ever get into another Atelier game. But I was like, I had a feeling that it was the one. So that kind of long ramble about, I guess, my history with the series out of the way. So yeah, Atelier Yumiya came out on Friday. I was excited to play it. All things considered, like I said, kind of weird. Ooh, shit. Ooh, damn, she's dead. Wow, I'm getting my ass whooped. I'm not even really paying attention because I'm yapping. But what I was saying was, yeah, I was excited for this game, even though,
Was I sleeping?
for all intents and purposes, I didn't really have a reason to be excited for it. Like, I'm not an Atelier fan. So I don't have really a reason to be excited for Atelier Yumiya. But I was really excited to play it either way.
What should I do?
For one reason or another, like I said, I just had a feeling that this was the one. Which is kind of weird to say. Like I said, I mentioned it with... I think I mentioned that I felt like Blue Reflection. I felt the same way with Blue Reflection Second Light. I was like, this is the one. And they're made by the same company, which is Gust. So I trusted my gut that I was like, yeah, this is going to be the Atelier game. And so I was like, yeah, I'll trust my gut. This is the Atelier game that'll get me into Atelier games. And so I picked it up on Friday. I was excited to play it. Even though at the time of that stream I did on Friday, I played none of it. I was, before the stream I was working on my Japanese, didn't get time to
Like you couldn't keep up
play
with
Atelier
What
Yumiya.
should I do?
So, kind of unfortunate, you know. I wanted to start it before. I wanted to at least get like a couple hours under my belt before the stream, but I didn't get to. Like I said, kind of time's a bit. I've been kind of run out of time recently. I've been splitting my attention between so many things that's like, oh geez. So it's like I got a lot of hobbies now. It's kind of weird. Well, like obviously I'm doing language studies, and you know I still play games, and then I'm doing other shit. So it's like I'm kind of short on time. I'm splitting my time between a lot of hobbies, but I wanted to play a couple hours before that stream. Didn't get to, but the following morning I played that game for a few hours, and that was like the morning of the 22nd. I played a few hours of it before going to bed. And honestly, I'm about 20 hours into it now. So 20 hours into Atelier Yumiya, and it's like it's the drum roll, right? It's like the drrrr. So it's like it was like, so what actually is it? Okay, but it's like, you know, because like I said, this was the one. So it's like, hey, did it pan out? Did it not pan out? It's like, well, I played 20 hours of it, and you know, that's all things considered. I think I put 20 hours into this so far. So it's kind of crazy, dude, because it was like Atelier Yumiya is better than I thought it was gonna be, and I didn't expect that. I fell in love with the game so quick. Like I'll just say this, like just before going in depth into Atelier Yumiya, like everything about it, I absolutely love it. It's an amazing game. Like I've fallen in love 100%. And it is 100% sold me on playing more Atelier games. Like, that was kind of like my hope and dream, was that this game would be like, yeah, this will be the one. It's brother Christ, it's the one. I'm trying to keep it low key, but dude, it's absolutely the one. Yeah, because I played 20 hours of it. It's insane to me. Like I don't know. Like initially, I don't know why I couldn't get into Riza. I think part of it was the Atelier system. I wasn't too crazy about it, or like the alchemy aspect, I should say. I wasn't too crazy about it. But this game, I don't even mind it. I actually like engaging with it. It's like I said, it's been a few years since I played or tried to play Atelier Riza. It's been like 3 years. So maybe my opinion has changed on this type of game. I really don't know at what point it would have, but honestly, it's awesome. Like the alchemy system that bothered me when I played Riza doesn't bother me anymore. Like, it's cool. I don't mind it at all. And the game is open world, which I didn't expect. And it worried the hell out of me when I initially saw that. I'm like, oh god, it's an open world game? Because I don't like open world games that much. Like, generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of open world games. So, once I got out of the tutorial of Tilia Yumia, and they threw me into the open world, I was immediately worried. Because I was like, oh god, it's an open world game. I don't like these very often. Even Harry Potter or Hogwarts Legacy I wasn't too crazy about. It wasn't like the craziest game I'd ever played. Where's my frames? Okay. OBS kind of runs weird, but I was kind of worried because it was like, once they threw me into the open world, because, spoiler alert, Atelier Yumia is an open world game. Not too crazy open world, but it is still open world. But when I saw that, I was super worried, because I was like, oh god, I don't like open world games that often. But it's actually a really awesome open world. Like, it feels so natural to explore, and that's like the best open world games are open world games like that. Like, there's so few like that though, that like just feel like so natural to explore. Like, it doesn't feel like you're just like, to be fair, you have like things that you can like explore, check out, you know, like there's like question marks in the map that you can explore, but it doesn't feel like a checklist really. Something like Assassin's Creed I usually would think about, like, or Ubisoft games in general feel like checklists when you're just going down the list of shit to do and it's really boring. But the exploration in Atelier Yumia just feels so natural that you're just kind of exploring on your own. I've spent a lot of time just wandering around on my own, just exploring. It's a lot of fun, and it's really great. And I love the resource collection. Something like I said, I don't think I really liked in Riza, but now it's like, it's cool. I like it. Like I said, I don't know if anything changed really, or if it's just like I'm fine with this style of game now. I know Atelier Yumia or Atelier Riza was nowhere near as open as this game is. Like, I think it was an open world game, kind of. I can't 100% remember, but this game is like open world. Like, it's actually like you can go anywhere on pretty much anywhere that you want to initially. They kind of constrict you with like areas called mana bound areas that you initially have to clear up before you can actually adventure into them for any appreciable amount of time, really. So they do kind of try to constrict you to, like, you know, certain areas, but you can still kind of explore the world, and it's so natural. It's like I said, Hogwarts Legacy to me did not feel natural to explore. It felt like an Ubisoft game, kind of checklisting everything to explore, which is not good. I don't like that type of exploration. But Yumia just feels so natural just to walk around and like look for resources, and oh, you find like these ancient ruins, you go into them, you explore them. It's so natural for an open world game that like I said, I don't like open world games normally, but this one feels natural, so I love that part of it. Like I said, 20 hours in, apparently there's a few continents, I'm guessing, to the game, but I'm still on the first continent after 20 hours, and I don't even know how far I'm into the story. I imagine decently far into the story, but I don't think I'm crazy far into it. But it's so much fun, goddamn. The exploration is fun. I mean, the combat's fun too. I remember Atelier Riza being an action turn-based game, and technically this game is an action turn-based game, but it feels a lot like an ARPG. It's an interesting combat system. It's kind of hard to explain, really.
I feel stronger.
To some degree, I feel like I'd compare it to something like NEP Sisters vs. Sisters, or like NEP Game Maker Revolution, and the fact that it is a turn-based, action turn-based game, but the flow of it, honestly, makes it just feel like an ARPG. But I mean, it's kind of hard to explore. I mean, your moves have a certain amount of uses before you have to replenish them. So you can use a certain move a number of times, and if you use it up, you have to use another move. Like I said, it kind of is action turn-based, but not entirely. If you switch characters or like use items, it pauses the battle. So it is kind of turn-based in that sense, I guess.
My turn.
So it's not like other games where you're kind of on the fly doing that shit. I don't even know, but it has like but you can move around an enemy and you can dodge during combat. So it's not like during combat you're standing in one spot doing your attacks and the enemy does its attacks. But there's nothing wrong with that type of turn-based game. It just, you know, that's the very basal turn-based game when you think about it. But you can actually like move around the enemy, you can dodge your attacks and then follow up with your own attacks. There's like an inner circle and an outer circle for attacks. So like your inner circle is your close range attacks. Your outer circle is like your long range attacks. So that's kind of cool. You can switch, like I said, you can switch between characters. Actually kind of like Nep in that sense. Your active party is only 3 characters. Kind of interesting. But it's cool. I don't even mind it really. 3 character parties are always kind of weird to me though. Even in this sense, like it's kind of weird. I'm not crazy about them.
My turn.
But in no way for me is that a deal breaker. So I don't mind it at all. The combat's actually quite fun. It's I don't know. It's just kind of it's just fun. I don't know. I'm trying to look for the words, but it's like, I don't know what the words are. It's just a fun combat system, honestly. I enjoy it. The only real gripe I had was that at first, initially it seemed like the enemies were level scaling. But since then it seems like the enemies aren't level scaling anymore, so I guess that was just, maybe that was an early game thing? I'm not exactly sure, because I could have sworn early on that the enemies were scaling to my level up until like level 20 or 30, it felt like. And then in some areas enemies would be like level 20, and then in some areas enemies would be level 30. And that's about when they stopped scaling, but I definitely think there was a degree of level scaling there, which was kind of weird, but at the same time I didn't really mind it that much. Like it didn't bother me enough to like detract from the game. That kind of bothered me with well, I mean, maybe, I don't know if I'd say it bothered me. It was just kind of weird. I was like, level scaling? But like I said, it kind of seemed like maybe it was just an initial early game thing, because after a while enemies would kind of cap out at their levels, so they capped out like level 20 or capped out at like level 30, and they stopped scaling. Kind of a weird early game thing that they did, but nonetheless. But the combat's cool. I like the combat. There's just I feel like maybe I said this with I surely have said this with Blue Reflection Second Light. It's so obvious that with Atelier Yumiya, or Atelier Yumiya, however you want to say it, that the developers put like so much love into the game. And like I said, Blue Reflection Second Light, for me that's so obvious. Like the developers put so much love into the game, and it's so obvious in Atelier Yumiya as well. There's so much like love put into that game that it's incredible. Like down to the animations. Like you enter your menus and all the characters kind of are just standing there. You move to another menu and the characters kind of adjust. Like that kind of like dynamic pause menu is kind of cool. Or like characters kind of interacting or whatever. And then as well with like the level up animations are just so like charming. Like the whole game, I think that's the word I'm looking for. The whole game is really charming. Like, and honestly, like just the amount of charm and charisma the game gives off makes it so enjoyable. And I mean, God, yeah, like I said, this is, I was saying that it was kind of a make or break. Well, it's definitely a make, dude, because goddamn, I love Atelier Yumiya. Probably it's a bit earlier in the year to call it, but it's like probably my favorite game I'm gonna play this year. Maybe, like I said, we're only a quarter into the year, but I don't know if a game can beat this one, because I'm loving the hell out of it. It's so fun, and it's just so amazing to me. So I don't even know. Like at points, it's like, oh yeah. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to say, but oh yeah, but it's like, I don't know what to say besides oh yeah is what I meant to say. I just play it, and I can recognize, and I'm like, yeah. I can tell that the people who made Blue Reflection made this game, just because of the level of love put into it. So I don't even know, man. That's Atelier Yumiya. I love it. I'm 20 hours into it. I want to keep going. I don't mind the open world was kind of nerve-wracking at first, but after like not even in a couple hours, I didn't mind it at all. And I mean the characters as well. The characters in the story are really intriguing. Yumiya is a great character. I love her. She has a great character arc as well. She has a great ongoing character arc, and so does your party members as well. And the more the story expands, the better it gets. Honestly, it's great. I love it. I mean, like in the story has those moments that I feel like Blue Reflection had as well. You feel very light in the heart, because it just feels so lighthearted that you just kind of feel warm and fluffy at points. Like it's just so joyful. Like it's fantastic. I don't know what to say. I'm 20 hours into it. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. My characters are level 50. I don't know what the max level is. It was, like I said, due to the level scaling early on, it kind of made me nervous what the level cap was, because I was leveling really fast through that game. But now I'm level 51 after 20 hours, so I'm not too worried about it. Initially I was worried about it because I'm like, I'm going to level cap really quick. Because I think the level cap in Blue Reflection was level 50. And I hit that level cap a couple dungeons before the final dungeon and the final boss. So I was kind of worried about that initially, but now it's kind of like, whatever. I'm not level capped. I don't think I'm gonna level cap anytime soon, so that's not a concern for me. But I don't know. Atelier Yumiya, fantastic is my first impressions. Like when you take a really good photo in Dead Rising and Frank West goes fantastic. That's my opinion on Atelier Yumiya. It's amazing. I think they do Atelier games in trilogies, so I would definitely want to see more games like this for sure. I definitely want to see more Atelier Yumiya games. I hope they make it a trilogy. Like I said, don't know yet because I haven't beaten it. Nowhere near close to beating it. I don't think anyone's beaten it yet. It only came out a week ago. But it's a ton of fun. I've fallen in love, honestly. And like I said, it was kind of a... Like I said, I had some weird blind hope that this would be the Atelier game to get me into Atelier games, and I will say it definitely is the one, because I've fallen in love with it. Everything about it. I'll play it tomorrow morning a bit, probably. Or I'll play for a couple hours tomorrow morning, because I definitely want to play more of it. It's rare, is what I'll say. It's definitely a rare game. I felt that way with Blue Reflection Second Light, and I feel the same way with this game. Now, at this point, I can't say... I'm only 20 hours in, like I said, I haven't beaten it. So I can't make any conclusive statements yet, but I don't think I'll be better than Blue Reflection Second Light. But I think it's still like Blue Reflection, that's kind of a hard one though, because I do like the theme of Atelier Yumiya. It's kind of cool. Like, the theme of it is really cool. Which is something that put me off to Atelier Riza kind of as well. It was like a bit too fantastical for my liking.
What should I do?
Not saying that Atelier Yumiya is not fantastical. Like, it absolutely is. Like, it's still a fantasy game, but it has like elements of kind of like something like steampunk mixed in with there, which definitely, like, steampunk mixed with fantasy definitely catches my attention more than like a straight up fantasy game does. So that definitely helped me be like, oh well, this is more intriguing because it's not like a straight up fantasy game. So I like the theme as well, but I think, speaking of Blue Reflection, that game had a theme that intrigued me more than Atelier Yumiya. So that game's theme, I don't think it'll be just because I liked more of the ideas of Blue Reflection Second Light than Atelier Yumiya. And it really hasn't shown to me that it's gonna be better than Blue Reflection Second Light. I don't know, at least in my opinion. That's not to dog the game. Like I said, it's a fantastic game. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have put 20 hours into it by now. I would have probably quit and said, "Sayonara, Atelier Games. I'm never gonna play." Which didn't happen, and I'm glad. I'm really glad because genuinely, Blue Reflection Second Light is like one of the best games I've played. Like I played it in 2021. I still have yet to play a game that's better than that game. And it's been 3.5 years by this point. I still have yet to play a game that's better than it. So that, I mean, that's kind of saying something. What was it? I played some good games recently too, or in the years since that game. Because I played Death and Request, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I played Dust Diver 2, Koigo Effect 2. I played Four Goddesses Online and Net Virtual Stars. All fantastic games, but none of them came close to that one. But I don't know. Atelier Yumiya is actually really cool. I put 20 hours into it so far, and I'm having a blast with it. So I hope it keeps going that way. Like I said, Blanked is going to be kind of interesting to see, because I don't know how long it's going to be. But I'm still excited to play more of it. I don't know how I'm doing level. I just was yapping about Atelier Yumiya for like half an hour. It's a great game. I wouldn't be yapping about it so much if I didn't think it was absolutely awesome. I'm glad though, because I set some expectation in my mind that I was gonna love it. And I love it more than I even thought I was gonna love it. Which is crazy to me, because I was like, I was like, this is the game, this is the one, I'll love this game. And I don't know why I set that expectation. Like I said, I didn't like Atelier Riza. I'm gonna go back to it now, because like I said, I think maybe taste changed. But I was like, yeah, I think this is the one. I think I'll fall in love with it. I have fallen in love with it more than I thought it. Like, I love it more than I thought I was gonna love it. So, yeah, it's that kind of sucks though, because I don't think any Atelier game besides this one has been like this one exactly. So it'll be kind of interesting. I don't think the combat system for Atelier games has ever been like Atelier Yumiya. It definitely wasn't like that in Atelier Riza. And the games weren't open world like Atelier Yumiya, so I don't think it'll be kind of interesting. I don't know, to go back, I guess, because I feel like there's gonna be a situation where I've played the best game, and that kind of sucks, because like, oh, I've already played the best game in the series. Like I know a lot of people like Atelier Riza, but I don't know. I don't think it'll be Atelier Yumiya, to be honest, because I don't know. I think it's a. I truly think that this is like a new generation that they did with it. Like it's almost like a generational refresh for the series. Or that's what it feels like. Because I don't know what games came out between this one and the Riza trilogy. I think it was literally Atelier Riza 1, 2, 3, and then Yumiya? That sounds about right. So truly those games didn't change. Probably didn't change that much between the Riza trilogy. So, I don't know if... I don't know. It'll be kind of interesting to go back, because, like I said, I think right now I'm playing the best one in the series. It's kind of hard, it's kind of, like I said, there's a lot of games in the series, so it's kind of hard to say that, like, definitively, but... I don't know, this one kind of feels like it might be the one. That's, like, the best one. It's kind of afraid to go back to Blue Reflection Second Light, but to go back to Blue Reflection 1. Because I was kind of afraid, because I was like, this game is going to get smoked by Second Light. It's like, there's no way this game's better than Second Light. It's like, it's impossible. Or at least in my mind it is. It's like, there's no way that, like, my generational game is going to get beat out by the prequel, or the game that came before, but maybe it will. I don't know, I haven't played that game. I don't know if there were any gap games between... I could probably look up Atelier's series and see if there was. I literally think... Get off there. What's it doing? My phone is acting up. I think I should probably get closer to the next points of the enemy zone. What's the Atelier series? I literally think it went from Riza 3 to Yumiya. There's the video game series article. I know that enemy shouldn't attract me. Let's see, games. Atelier Yumiya. apparently there was a game between them. I don't. Well, it seems. What type of Atelier Resler? I'm gonna fuck it up. It's a Microsoft Windows game though. That's kind of interesting. Besides that, though, it looks like yeah, it went Atelier Sophie 2, Atelier Riza 3, and then Atelier Yumiya. And apparently they have another one coming out in 2025, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, I imagine that this feels like a generational refresh, but I guess we'll. I don't know. Oh, that was kind of the thing. That was kind of my thing. I was like, I'm gonna talk a lot about. I kind of did though. Like considering I'm only 20 hours into the game, it's kind of like, that's a lot of yapping to do about it. It's kind of funny though. The game didn't take that long to actually get into. Usually, I'm used to the JRPG flow being, you play the game for 10 hours before dropping it. So admittedly I dropped Atelier Riza pretty quick. I was kind of in a drop mood at that point though. I tried to play Riza right after I beat Blue Reflection Second Light, because they were made by the same publisher, so I was like, or made by the same developer, so I was like, okay, shit, I'm gonna play this game. And obviously that was a god-awful idea, because it was never gonna match that level of quality, and so I got really happy I dropped that game. And I played Dust Diver for like 5 hours, dropped that game. And then I played, what was it, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and I was like, oh, this is decent. And that was like, that was the first game I get to stick after that game, Blue Reflection Second Light. Like I said, it's like I said, I wasn't fair to that game, but then I felt like eventually I was like, like I said, I intended to play other Atelier games before I played Yumiya, but I just never got to it. And then when they revealed Yumiya, I was just like, I'll wait for it. I'll wait to play another game until this game came out, which, like I said, I waited 3 years. Like I guess I was just kicking rocks for 3 years, because I never played another one for 3 years. I played Riza in early 2022, or tried to play it. I dropped it, and I was like, and I never played another one after that until this one. I really do. I don't know. It got me. I feel like I'm running out of things to say. It got me into the series where I'm definitely interested in playing more. So there you go. Mission accomplished. Won't play him. I don't think I'll play him anytime relatively soon, because honestly, I think that bounce off effect will be like real for me. Like if I bounced off of Atelier Riza after playing Blue Reflection Second Light. I'm gonna bounce off of it again if I try to play it after playing Atelier Yumiya, because I honestly gotta feel like I can already see in my mind that it's like what I remember playing of Riza, it wasn't as good as this game. I'm not detracting from it as like a game, but I definitely remember it not being as good as this game. Like I said, I think I really do think Yumiya is a generational refresh, so to speak. So the fact that it's like a generational refresh, kind of, it'll be interesting to go back, but I'll go back for sure. I don't know. That's Yumiya. If you had any question about whether or not you should play it, you absolutely should. It's a fun game. It's amazing. It's like really, actually, crazy high quality for a JRPG. Like seriously high quality. But I think Gust is kind of known for that. But like Yumiya is another level. Like to have like an open world game like that, it's like it's kind of insane. I won't lie. But we're through this dungeon, I guess. I think we're a good enough level. I spent a decent... no, that's not very high level. Okay, I saved, right? Yeah. Well, if I get my ass whooped, I get my ass whooped. I'm just gonna hope I don't get my ass whooped. Speaking of, what type of weapon is the legendary weapon in Listation? It's the dual revolver. I would have preferred a sword, but I'll take it. Nep, Lady Noir over there. ... I feel like my voice is getting raspy. Ugh. I'll probably drink some water soon. Found her. Looks like she didn't get to it yet. Thanks for following me here, but I should be fine now. I don't know about that. I'll slice her in two, get ready to be beaten. Does she join? Does she force herself into the party? No, she doesn't. Okay. I was about to say, I don't think she's the appropriate level for this. Okay, I swear... There's no, like, option to... There's no, like, scan option, which is kind of weird. Oh, I'm on the wrong setting. There's no option to, like... I probably should have done a damage up before I did. Well, actually, I'm kind of... how much... Oh, she's going to use effects on me. Okay, damn. Damn. You kind of knocked her health down a lot. Shit. Chaotic Seal. No. AGI, yes. Please. I want to do that on her, and I want to do that on Compa. I swear, I used to... Well, why didn't I? I just went to straight up attacking her. Okay. Well, whatever. Next round, I guess? She hits pretty hard. So... Well, shit, I don't get another iffy turn till a while. She does pretty decent damage, all things considered. Even without the buff, but I want to give her the buff. I can give her a strength boost with Pishi. I guess I'll do that. She doesn't really need AGI. I'm not going to be throwing her into the fire like I'm doing with Iffy and Pishi, because she's just going to stay in the back. I definitely want it for Pishi though. I want AGI. As far as I'm concerned, Compa can stay in the back, and she can just get a damage boost. She doesn't need the AGI. I mean, she's laying them. See, yeah, I mean, AGI worked. I need AGI for Pishi because I need her to tank the hits and dodge them. There we go. I mean, that was actually an easy boss battle, all things considered. I was expecting that to be a bit harder. I mean, I did do a decent amount of leveling, but I mean, some of those... I mean, I did leveling because I was getting my ass whooped by, like, basic-ass characters. Damn, she jumped, like, 20 levels. ... Not bad for being a fake, but I'm tired of seeing me in front of me already. Kia. Noir? Die. No? What? I won't let you. It's so weird to voice act all of it. Sia? What are they doing here? CC2? Yeah. Ugh. Are you okay, Lady Noir? Yes, thank you. I didn't expect help to come in the form of you. Well, ain't that rude? Ain't that rude, I mean. Well, I do go above and beyond expectations, you know. I heard about what was happening and came here to help. Still, it's not like you to be pressured by a fake. It just caught me off guard. I'm not even serious yet. But it is my copy, so it's quite strong. Do you mind letting me a hand? We just beat the thing up. Will do. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, are they going to make me do a second fight? ... Yeah. Stop, don't run away. Goddamn allergies, dude. Everyone, let's go. Dude, if the weather could make up its goddamn mind what it wanted to do, I wouldn't have these fucking problems with allergies. Like, now it's raining. Like, what? Like, just make up your mind. What do you want it to do? Do you want it to... What do you want it to do? Because I'm getting tired of this allergy shit, to be honest. Why so restless all of a sudden? Why can't I speak today, too? This isn't good, Iffy. My seat as main character is in peril. Not only did CC2 come in to save the day for Noir, but she's leading us all now. She's looking more like a hero than me now. I almost said no wonder. No wonder the script was smooth. Do me a favor, let CC2 bask in the limelight. Shocker. Nep is like the total opposite of CC2. I really should have just put on the Japanese voices for this game, dude. Because at least you'd have you'd have some voice acting. This game is like maybe a quarter voice act did. For one reason or another. Oh, you're so mean, Iffy. I'm sorry, just joking there. Cyber Connect 2 has been added. They give you so many party members that's like, which one do you want to pick for real? Oh, I guess it is a 2 battle because you have to confront her again. Okay. I guess we'll do a couple battles before getting there. Not like it's going to make a difference. It's like we're in the 100,000s now, which is kind of ridiculous. For next XPs, like 100,000. And really the damage and like the skills aren't really matching the level. Which this game, for whatever reason, in Rebirth 2 they added 999 levels that you can get, I think. So I think you can go up all the way up to level 999 for one reason or another. I guess it was trying to... English? I guess they added 999 levels for one reason or another. But it's kind of weird. It's almost like Disgaea or Disgaea. I don't know how to say it. Shit, I haven't played one since like Disgaea 4, so the original release on the PS3. So it's kind of like that though, where you can go up like have hella levels, and Mugen Souls was kind of like that as well. But that game was also, I think that game was the Disgaea creator had some hand in that game. But I don't know why they added that. Some of the future games, or a majority of the future games, wouldn't do that. I think level cap for, I think the level cap for both, what was it? The level cap for 40 Goddesses Online was 200. The level cap for Virtual Stars was 99. And then I think the level cap for Sisters vs. Sisters and Game Maker Revolution was 99 as well. So eventually they stopped doing the crazy level shit. I think they just did it for the Rebirth trilogy, maybe. I don't think they did it for Victory 2, but I never got that far into it to know. Or at least I should... Fuck, dude. Pishi gets destroyed. And I have no idea why. I don't know if her, like, armor is not good or what. Because I'm going to have to take a long, hard stare at her stats. I mean, she did get, like, hit by 3 characters. Okay, this should take both of them down, hopefully? Right? Okay. I guess we'll take this one out. I have to heal her before that next battle. Although, in all honesty, if it goes like the last battle, it shouldn't be that bad. If they, for one reason or another, pull a fast one on me, I'm gonna be a bit worried. I think I'm gonna save before I do anything stupid, though. Because I don't think I saved after this battle. 2,500. I need to buy... I don't even know. Well, now I have a lot of money. I spent like half an hour grinding, so I have a decent amount of money. I want to hit 1 million so I could get them their final weapons. That would be preferable. That would take some grinding, though. Finally gotcha. And look, that pistol has to be the dual revolver. Lady Noir. Right, on it. Access. Let's stop her from getting to it. Yes. I guess they... See, that was the thing. I don't... one of the games... They don't force you to switch characters, which I don't... I like. I think Victory 2... Who is she attacking? Oh. I think Kampa has some good stats with her vitality, so I don't think I have to really worry about her. Obviously, I should keep, like, her in good health, but... I think it was Victory 2 that made you, like, it would be like, you had to play as these characters, and it's like, what? And so sometimes you'd have, like, really bad, like, it'd be like, oh, you gotta play as these characters. It's like, why? I don't want to play as these characters. And you'd end up in, like, really hard battles initially, because they made you switch characters. You could always switch back for... It was kind of pointless, because you could always switch back to whatever characters you wanted to play. But they're like, initially you have to have these characters on the field, and then you can switch back. It's like, why? Why would you do that? That's stupid. Just let me play as the characters I want to play as. Don't force me to play as characters that aren't good. Especially in Victory 2 where characters that aren't in your active party don't gain levels or XP. Is she about to die again? No. Okay, she's good. I'll have to get her closer to Kampa though. Because she needs to be healed. Because I don't know why she is fixating on her, but she is whooping her ass for one reason or another. She's healing 10,000 per round? Well, now she's going after Kampa. I might have to pull out some skills, even though I like never do this. Actually, no, skills kind of suck in this. I hit the defend button. I forget B is defend. Skills kind of suck in this game. Like, but I don't know if I'm doing enough per round to really like. Well, no, I am. I'm doing enough. Especially when I do some criticals, I'm doing enough per round. Because she's healing what, 9,000? I've already done way over that. So she can heal 10,000. It's not gonna hurt me too bad. I gotta watch Pishi though, and I gotta watch. So I gotta next turn for Iffy. I gotta get her stat boosts back, and then Kampa, she still has her stats. I guess every beginning of round they reset the stats, or maybe it's after the round. I'll have to see. She was the first one to get her AGI and strength boost though. Let's see. That will draw this battle out a bit more though. It seems like everyone's keeping their stats, so I should, like I said, this is the inefficient way to play it, but at the same time, I don't even know. I don't think I used skills the most in Rebirth 3. That was where they were most applicable. Though in some situations, honestly, you can find yourself in a worse position when you use skills, which is kind of ironic, all things considered. It's just because the fact you do more hits with normal attacks than skills, it just kind of puts you, it's just better to do them usually. Let's see. What? See, that's kind of a shitty move right there, because I kind of have to keep attacking at this point, or else it's going to be kind of null and void. Even I don't have my damage boost anymore, which is going to kind of hurt. But I have to keep attacking her. Otherwise, she's going to start getting her health back. So mainly, I'm kind of crutching on If now to do a lot of the work. And is she going to kill it? God fucking damn it. Of course, I say If needs to do the work. She kills her. Okay. Fucking fine. Then we revive her. Of course, her stats reset, so it doesn't matter. Everything that I just said is null and void. Because now she's fucking back to basic stats. Okay. How much do you do base? It's not terrible, but it's not where it needs to. Well, she's gonna take one more round of hits and die, I think. I think that's where we're at. I think that's where we're at. Yeah. One more round of hits, she's dead. She should be dead right now. Yeah. Okay, that was significantly harder than the first battle. So, and like, jack all for like fucking XP too. That's ridiculous. Especially considering like that was 10,000 more XP than the easy ass battle. Okay, this is the end. Smirk. Lady Noir. Kia. Ouchie, are you okay? Yes, if it weren't for you, I would have been taken down with it. Thank you. That was a surprise, self-destructing like that. We never faced an enemy like that before, after all. No, I've been had. What's the matter? Look, that blast blew up the weapon. It's useless now, of course, yeah. Keep the faith in Lady Noir. Let's take it back and see what we can do. Do they get ultimate weapons in this game? I don't remember. Nope, no can do. It's just way too broken to repair. Oh, I remember how this goes. Never mind. We really need this weapon. Please, can you just try, Xion? I know where you're coming from, but it's practically obliterated. Plus, it's an antique, so I'm not I'm not so sure it's a weapon to be used in battle. Shoot. Excuse me, but can I take a look at it? It's Mr. Singe? I feel like we haven't seen Mr. Singe in a while. Or is it C? Or is it... They say Singe, but I feel like it's supposed to... If we're doing proper pronunciation, it'd be C. Or no? No? Because there's no S-I. It's... well, I don't know. Anyways. Moving on. ... Fixing it is impossible, but how about making a new one out of its parts? Wouldn't that make it a different weapon? Plus, Noir wants it repaired. As long as it's a weapon and it retains its power, it can be anything. Well then, leave this to me. But... Lady Noir? I appreciate it, but with what Avenir did, it's just hard for me to say yes. Go ahead and believe, Lady Noir. You're right. I'll place my trust in him. Thank you. But how are you going to craft it? We don't have the proper machinery. Oh, man. Dude, I swear, it's like, I don't even know. I feel like it's kind of because I fight just my normal-ass lazy accent, and that kind of makes it hard to speak sometimes. I don't know. I won't let some machine create such an important weapon. I'll do it. Mr. Singe, Xion, gather the crew. We'll showcase the proud techniques of Listation. Yeah. They'll take care of it, so you guys go ahead. I'll come after with CC2. Got it. Nep, let's go on ahead. Oh, stop pouting already. Of course, I'm pouting. Noir so lovey-dovey with CC2 and not me. Oh, stop being stupid. You're my, best friend anyway. Eh? Huh? Just a second. Don't tell me you thought I was your friend. Dude, what? ... If so, that means what you said was true, huh? ... Miss Noir? Neptune? Oh, what? Come on, give me her cute Noir smile. Noir? The courage I mustered to say that, and you had to poke fun. You will pay. Yikes. Noir has left. Damn. It got so bad she left the party. I think that's normal. I think once we go to Louis, it should be the same, I think. Because I think we're gonna do... Well, man, it doesn't really matter what order we do it in, then. Can I unlock any new dungeons by chance? I don't think I can. I'll check, because I'm kind of curious. I don't think I have the resources for any of them. No, of course not. I don't know where I would get them from at this point. I guess we'll do Louis and then we'll do Lean Box. And in theory, I don't know if... See, you might get like halfway through this, but I don't know how long it's going to take to get through all of this. This is a decently long chapter if you level. I'm the real one. What are you saying? I'm the real one. So now we're here at Louis, but... What is going on? Oh, hi everyone. Thanks for coming down. Hello there, Financier. What's going on over there? At first, the fake was in the HDD form of Lady Blanc, but after being at a disadvantage, she changed form to match Lady Blanc. Oh, I see. So do you know who is the real Lady Blanc? Of course, I haven't been the Chamberlain for this long for nothing. The real Lady Blanc is to the left, I think. That last part was super silent. I did know who was real at first, but they kept shuffling around. So you lost track of the real one. Embarrassing to say, yes. This is a predicament. We can't do anything without knowing who's real. Tap, 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 tap. There's a lot of people around. New. What are they doing? New. I don't know, if broccoli keeps popping in, I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm gonna be honest. That's kinda... She did do it in the Japanese version, though. She go new, new, new. So... how are we supposed to tell who's the real Blanc? Is that what they, is that like their sound for, like, cats in Japanese is, though? New? I know Neko is a cat in Japanese, but I don't know if that's, like, the sound that they use to mimic it. Nep detected. Like I said, we're skipping the news. Hey, that voice, it's Puchiko. It's been a while. I'm fighting it. Hey, long time no see. How's it been? Not bad. What's Nep doing here? Well, blah, 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 blah. Goes on for quite a while. So, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to say every one of them. I wasn't counting. I see. Really? You understood that? Dude, they were speaking like the English voice actors in that one anime. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. I did to look it up. It's the silliest shit. I actually didn't watch it. But I swear the clips have been recommended me recently. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. I forget what it was called though. It recommended like 3 clips to me. Or YouTube did, and I watched them and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? What am I watching? It did it for 3 clips. I forget what the name of the anime was. I gotta look it up real quick. The English voice acting though, like especially one of those clips was like the original versus English voice acting, and it's like the Japanese voice acting was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. This is sensible, I guess. And then they do the English voice acting, and it's like at one point it's like, what was it? He ran into like a police station and he yelled at him like, put down the Krispy Kremes or something. It's like, oh god, what are they talking about? What was that? Oh, no, that was another one. Anime Ghost Stories, was it called? That was what the anime was called, I think? Yeah. Or was it? God, these allergies, dude, I swear. I'd have to look. I don't... Was that the name of it, though? That's the name of the clip, but I don't know if that's the name of the anime. Now it went away. There it is. It must be Ghost... Let me look it up. Is it called Ghost Stories? Ghost Stories. Yeah, it was just called Ghost Stories. Okay, that's the name of the anime. The English dub is absolutely wild. Like, YouTube's been recommending clips for like the past couple of days for it. And I've watched a few. And it's just the most unhinged fucking voice acting I've ever heard in the anime. I kind of want to watch it now. And I don't really... Like, I usually... It depends usually. I go 50-50. Some I watch in Japanese, some I watch in English. If I grew up with it, I watch it in English. Usually. So if I rewatch like Naruto, I usually watch it in English because that's what I watched growing up. But I don't know, that one seems hilarious. Like I don't even know when it came out, but they're like saying the most unhinged shit. It's like I don't even know. You need to see with the eyes of your heart, Neptune. You eyes of my heart. I think the point I was trying to make with that though was that they did the blah blah blah, and the characters like literally when they're talking, they'll just say some shit. They'll be like, we saw some ghosts, could be about it, and they'll just start saying like random ass nonsense really fast. It's like, what? That's the roundabout point I was trying to get to. But anyways, stare ... Like I said, I'm abbreviating my words and I shouldn't be doing that. Nope, no good, I can't tell at all. I'm running kinda dry, dude. My voice is actually getting raspy, it shouldn't be doing that. It's probably because of the ridiculous shit I saw earlier. I was laughing so hard that I was crying because I saw the most ridiculous shit. It was, I don't even know. We're in a cutscene. I don't know if I should talk about it right now. I'll get back to it. I'll put a pin in it. I swear I will. I'll remember because they happened like no more than 2 hours ago. But that was terrible. I suppose I have to use my secret ace. Secret ace? Who's the real deal? Louise CPU Q&A quiz. A quiz? Yes, just to ask questions only the real one would know. A lot of games have this trope, don't they? Or like shows and shit. I know Detroit Become Human did this. That wasn't a game I played, but I watched like several people play it. That's not my type of game anymore, though. The last game I played like that was probably Walking Dead, which was like hell ago on the 360. Or did Heavy Rain come after Walking Dead? I don't know. I don't know which one came first, Walking Dead or Heavy Rain. Whichever one of those was the later one was like the last game where I played like that had one that played like one of those games like Choices Matter or whatever. Cool, nice playing Puchiko. Then let me start. I kind of want to play. I kind of have forgotten about what Walking Dead was like, so I kind of wanted to play it on stream. That game's hilarious. You can like fuck up shit like really bad in that game. What are Blanc's measurements? Damn. What? I can't answer that in front of everyone. That's easy. From the top, they are. Sorry, folks. I'll have to censor those figures. Maybe next series. Those are my accurate measurements. Blanc on the right got it correct. She's got the edge over the left. What? Next, what is the title of the fanfic Lady Blanc wrote 2 years ago? Why do you know that? I know all about Lady Blanc. After all, I am the lady's chamberlain. That's easy. The records of... Huh? Scara? Or... Oh, wow, I fucked that up. Tsusi Raga? Raga? Huh? The meeting of the Overlord and the Hero. What? Correct. There's not a TSE sound in. It's kind of weird when they. That's such a painful title. The Blanc on the right is widening her lead. Next, Lady Blanc sent her novel to a contest a year ago. What was it about? This is easy too. Please, not that. The love story of a prince born as a human with the powers of a demon, and the female resistance leader who was his long-lost lover. Correct. Ouch. Well, there are people who do write these novels. I don't mind the setting, but it feels like a smorgasbord of cliches. I would add a battlefield to it, like good versus evil. How does that sound? Or how does it sound? Iffy. You're in the same league as Blanc, ... Another question by yours truly, Financier, or Financier. Quit the crap already. Yikes. The hell are you thinking, spilling all my secrets? I'm gonna kill you all. Finally shown your true fake self, didn't you? The hell are you saying? Bitch, damn! A real CPU would never utter such vulgarity. You're the fake. What? No, the real Lady Blanc is the one on the left. I knew something was missing. The vulgarity is Lady Blanc's signature. Huh? What? I can curse too. Fudge, stop being so quick to decide, you silly meanie. It feels similar, but something's just not right. It lacks edge. You're the fake. It seems like you can't copy the edginess of Blanc's bad mouth. Isn't this joyous, Lady Blanc? We know who is real. We know now who is real. We now know who is real. Damn. Shut it. Ag. The hell is this? Ag? Why'd this have to be the deciding proof? It's like being crowned and stabbed at once. Lady Blanc can't be happy. Now I'm totally pissed. All my secrets were open because of you. It's all your damn fault. You leave me no choice. I will sacrifice myself to destroy the weapon. Wait up, you freaking fake. We should chase her too. Bonk. Broccoli. And we get our next dungeon. Which before that, dude, I gotta get some water. I gotta get some water, honestly. Cause damn. So I'm gonna put that on. What is it doing? It's kind of acting funny. I'm gonna put it on BRB really quick because I gotta get some water because, like, damn, I'm parched for one reason or another. I drank water before starting, but shit, I don't even know, man. I guess I'm still parched, but anyways. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take like 2 minutes to drink some water. Okay, game? Game, do you know where the game's at? There's a game. Is it? Hey. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Okay, cool. Okay, break over. Let's get back to it. So why are we underneath the basilicom? That is because the weapon is enshrined in the underground cave. Oh, I leaned a bit too close in. Is that true? Blank. Wait, Blanc, don't tell me you didn't know. Shut up, I don't want to be judged by an amnesiac like you. I kept it secret from Lady Blanc. That is why the lady did not know this. Why did you do that? I was told that it was to be insurance in case Lady Blanc loses control. Why is my phone going off? But Lady Blanc would never do that, so I kept it away. Financier. Is that okay? That's the end of the cutscene. Okay. Okay, so we have just a generic cave dungeon usually. Okay. I don't even know what was I saying. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the really funny shit. Okay. Cause yeah, about what was it? 2 hours ago, it was dude. It was the most ridiculous shit. So I had the TV on in the background. I was playing Yumia or Atelier Yumia. I wasn't doing anything too crazy. I was exploring the world, so I wasn't too worried. I wasn't doing anything like story related, so I wasn't too worried about it. But an ad came on for a smart toilet. Okay, I've never heard of a smart toilet before, for real. So I was like, a smart toilet? And so I was like, there's no way that, you know, there's no way, like, right? Like, it's the most ridiculous sounding shit. So I looked it up, and I don't even know, should I pull it up? You know, we have a tendency to derail, but should I derail? Should I go find it? You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna. It's better explained if I show you what I'm talking about, rather than just, you know. So I'm gonna do it off screen. But I'll find this. I looked up. It's so smart toilets. You see an ad for it, and you're like, "What the fuck is a smart toilet?" Right? Because what's a smart toilet, dude? But let me find the version I had found. Let me look it up real quick. But I'll have to, because I want to find the very specific toilet that I'd seen. Because it has the most immaculate description, let me tell you that much. But, I think, is this the one? Is this the one? I had to read the description just to make sure that this is the one. It has a very... Where's the description for it? See more details. Is this the one? It is the one. I found it. Okay. So... Let me scroll back up. So this is the toilet I saw. Let me find browser. I have to find mine. I'll tell you what to look at. So this is the toilet. It's a smart toilet, apparently. I don't think I've ever heard of a smart toilet before tonight. Or maybe I have, and I just never... But apparently smart toilets are a thing, okay? Like I said, completely... I probably should mute the... I'll mute the game audio. Completely unrelated to Neptunia, but we kind of gotta talk about this, because this is something... I was dying of laughter while reading the description for this $10,000 toilet. Note that it's a $10,000 toilet. They still have 13 in stock. I mean, they're probably not moving it. Apparently, the website is called Build with Ferguson. Apparently based out of California. Never heard of them. Probably because I'm not buying toilets very often. But it's funny. Like, look, it's like, okay, a little small toilet thingy. Okay, the description is the most unhinged shit I've ever read. Someone wrote this shit, right? So that's the thing. So Toto, Neorest, NX1. You can say that, yes, because it is actually, I remember looking at it. It's country of origin, Japan. So yeah, it would be Toto, Neorest, NX1, Dual Flush 1.0, or 0.8 GPF 80A height toilet. Whatever the fuck that all means, first off. With integrated... Apparently that's Bordeaux, but I never knew that. See, an e-water plush technology is truly a revolution with innovation and technology that brings you the highest in luxury right to your home. The benefits of the NeoRest NX2 begin even before use, with a soft illuminating nightlight that guides you in the dark, and a hands-free lid that automatically opens to welcome you in as you approach. Someone wrote this shit. Next, an automatic pre-mist spray sprays the wet, don't even ask, Fiontech water bowl surface? Fiontech water bowl is Toto ceramic glazing that minimizes waste from sticking to the bowl. Beautiful. The combination of the pre-mist and the Fiontech minimize the frequency of cleaning, which helps reduce the amount of chemicals required to clean the toilet. Okay, boring shit. While in use, the contoured seat is heated with 5 temperature settings for personalized comfort, while an automatic air deodorizer activates tight unpleasantries. Conveniently accessed remote control. The fucking toilet's got a remote control to change any setting and start the cleanse process. A self-cleaning wand will appear to create a sanitary and imitate water stream cleanse. You are in total control of the temperature and pressure as you can select a front cleanse, soft rear cleanse, oscillating cleanse, or pulsating cleanse. You may also decide to select one of the 4 user memory settings to instantly change your customized preferences for cleaning your fucking toilet. You can finish up by using the air dryer that reduces the moisture left behind after cleaning. The automatic flush will begin as soon as you rise. The powerful flushing of the 1G tornado flush system combined with the whatever Fiontech whisks away and all of the evidence of for a superior clean bowl. All of the evidence. You can always opt to utilize the 1.0 GPF flush for stronger jobs. A cleansing e-water plus mists the wand and toilet bowl, reducing the need for harsh cleaning chemicals. I mentioned this twice. The lid automatically closes as if saying goodbye as you marvel at the beauty and technology behind the NeoRest. The NeoRest NX1 even works when on use and will self-clean after 8 hours of inactivity. This elite toilet with integrated bidet delivers an unparalleled sense of relaxation to you in the most comforting and refreshing ways possible. Includes toilet remote with batteries, mounting, and connection hardware. Okay. I have never read a product description as hilarious as this in my entire life. Like I said, I was dying of laughter the first time I read this. I'm not dying of laughter right now, but like I said, I've already read this. So, like, I was crying. It's the most ridiculous shit that, like, there's so many phrases in here that are the most ridiculous shit. Like I said, it calls it a revolution, like, and an innovation, like, toilet technology. It's like, excuse me? Anyways, we'll go back to the game now, but, I felt like that was, noteworthy. I was going to talk about it, but why talk about it when I can show you what the damn thing said? A $10,000 toilet, by the way. I don't know anyone dropping that type of money on a toilet, but I was going to talk about it, but, you know, fuck it. Might as well just read the direct description, right? Like, it's like a smart toilet? Dude, it's like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I was laughing my ass off, though. It was probably the most funniest shit I've read in a long time. Because, like, dude, I don't even know. Like I said, I read it off. You understand that. I don't even know. But I guess if you want a smart toilet that does all of those functions for you. Oh shit! I forgot to turn the game audio back on. There. My bad. Whoops. But if you want a toilet that does all of those functions, there you go. You just have to pay $10,000, but you do get a remote, which is, like I said, quite odd for a toilet. Looks like we're getting 10,000 XP a kill now. That might have been because it went viral, though. Huh. I don't know why I laughed. Actually, I do know why I laughed, but, so that was something. Like I said, I was just going to kind of talk about it, but at the same time, why do that when I could just pull up the damn webpage and read it off? But I just saw an ad about a smart toilet, and it wasn't that one, it was another one. And I remember being like, what the fuck is a smart toilet? And I guess that's a smart toilet. Literally, why would you need any of those functions on a toilet? Dude, it's not like that. I'm not gonna say, okay, it was because you went viral, but it's not like that. Like, I'm not gonna go into any detail about what I mean, because I don't like it when people talk about shit like that. But it's not like that. I'll just leave it at that. It's not like that. You don't need a toilet that has heating options and like everything it does. Like, you don't need that for a toilet. Like, I guess if you're rich, you can spend the $10,000 and get a really fancy toilet. Okay, there you go. So if anyone's really rich, you know, you can buy a really fancy ass toilet and it'll like clean itself, I guess. This thing keeps going viral. It's kind of annoying. But it's like a smart toilet, dude. It's like, look, there's a lot of things I don't need to be smart. Like a lot of things, honestly. I need like maybe a couple things to be smart, but not that many, honestly. Like I don't need, like, the term smart, it's been kind of like, it's kind of a weird term anyways, because people use it for like a wide variety. Like, it was smartphones at first, and then it's smart watches, and then it's like smart cars, and so the term just kind of, it's just, nowadays, if you add smart something, it just really means advanced tech. Like phones, like, it's not even like a smartphone anymore. All phones are like pretty much smartphones now, right? Because back in the day, it was, you had a flip phone, right? And that was kind of your phone that you had. You had like a flip phone, or maybe you had like before the smartphones, or before like flip phones or like anything, you had like the monochrome screens that had antennas on them. Like, some people might know what I'm talking about. And I might really be dating myself, but like before we had like, you know, I don't want to hold my phone up because of the screen, but you know, before we had like touchscreen phones and shit, you know what I mean? Like before we had one of these, with a screen and everything, it was like, why am I showing? It was like you had like the flip phones, and then you had like sidekicks and shit like that. Like, people might remember that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of dating myself. And like the earliest era I remember was like before those phones, there was like, you had like the brick phones, essentially is what I call them. But they were just essentially bricks. Like, the displays were monochrome. I think that's the right term to use. They were just in like black and gray. Like, they were like monochrome, like the original Game Boy. Usually like backlit or whatever. Or you'd like hit a button and it would backlight the screen. And you'd like extend the antenna out on the phone to get connection. Like, you'd literally like have the phone, you'd pull the antenna out and it'd get the connection. I know my flip phone, I think it had the antenna installed on it. You didn't have to do that, but that was kind of like the era of like, I guess what you call the dumb phone. Like, those phones were like pretty much for calling, texting, and then you could do some really limited functions on them. Like, you could have like very limited access to the internet. And fuck me. Anyways, what was I saying? You had very limited functions on those phones, because I just got fucking murdered. You know, you could access the internet very, 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 no.
Is it my turn?
We're fleeing, by the way, again. Because I'm trying to get out of the dungeon to heal. But, so that was kind of like, you know, smartphones. What was my point again? So that was like, well, I guess you could call like a dumb phone, right? Which like I said, I had one. I had a flip phone. I don't know where it is nowadays. I don't know the model either. It was a Virgin Mobile phone. It was black and white. Or no, it was like red and white. It was kind of cool. When I was younger, I thought it was like the sickest shit. It was like a black phone with it was a black phone with red highlights. Or no, it was a white phone with red highlights, I mean. It was cool, but I mean, it was like a dumb phone. It was probably what you would call a dumb phone. Like, the functions on it were very limited. You could play like very limited games on it. You could very limited access to the internet. But mainly it was just for calling and texting. and you had to pay by like the text or pay by the minute that you talked. And nowadays, like, we're in the age of like smartphones where, you know, your phone is the equivalent of like a mini PC essentially that you put in your pocket. Like, you can do like a majority of what you can do on a PC on your phone, which is great for the most part. Like I said, some things I'd rather do on my computer. But you can do a lot on the phone. Like, you can send emails, easily access the internet, easily access videos, websites,
Fine, I'll fight you.
applications, like beyond what any, like, only, like, flip phones could only like dream of doing what smartphones do nowadays. But that's like a technology I want it to be smart. I don't know really if like you have like smartwatches, and I mean I have one. I mean I have my I have a Garmin Venue 2 Plus, I think this is called. Is what this watch is called. It's a Garmin Venue 2 Plus. It's nice. It's not quite a smartwatch. I think there's like, I don't know exactly what the definition of like a smartwatch is. It's more like a fitness tracker than it is a smartwatch, I'd say. They do hella damage, dude.
My turn.
I seriously need to. So I need to kill the problems first.
Take this.
So this is
Easy.
but I need, in my life I feel like I need very few things to be smart, essentially. On the topic of the smart toilet, I feel like I need very few things in my life to be smart. I don't even like my cars. Like, I know people like have like tech in their cars that are like your car does a lot of fancy shit,
An item.
which I feel like I don't even really need. Like I don't drive a car that has like all the smart tech in it. Like I don't like it.
My turn.
The last time I drove a car that had like a lot of smart tech in it, it really like confused me. Like, mouse is on screen. Whoops. But I don't need a car with all that fancy shit in it, is what I'm saying.
Yes, this is good.
So I have a pretty basic car. And you know, for the majority, I feel like that works for me. Like I said, I don't need a smart car, because cars, like, they have, like, backup cameras, and, like, lane sensors, and, like, I don't even know, push starts with the key fobs, that's weird. Like, LED screens in the car that connect to, like, you can connect, like, I don't know, there's a lot of weird functionality on cars that make them, like, smart cars. But I feel like I don't need a majority of that tech, because, like, that's weird. So I feel like that's the same thing with the toilet, though, too, is pretty much the roundabout way I'm going about it. I don't need a smart toilet, and that's just kind of weird. But, you know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks smart toilets are really weird. And, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, just weird shit. I saw that ad and it just kind of was like, what the fuck am I watching? But, because, you know, smart toilets, like, what? Literally, you see an ad for a smart toilet, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Okay, what am I looking at? So I can buy her. How much stronger does she get with these? Not that much stronger, low-key. How much stronger does she get with that? I am gonna upgrade her weapon first, and yeah, that is gonna hurt. But buy once, cry once, as they say. I am buying once, crying once, and now she's a lot stronger. I probably could sell off a few things to make that money back. Maybe. Like, a majority of these weapons I don't think I need anymore. But I'm not really getting a good return on anything. That's pretty good. I didn't know I had that in my inventory. Holy shit. That's funny. I just saw that and I was like, oh shit. I don't really use a lot of these. That's a lot of I need to equip that one thing though to Pishi. Because really I think the one that's getting bullied the hardest is Pishi. But my point that I was trying to get to was smart tech, I don't really need it. in a lot of my stuff. Like in a car, I'm good. In a toilet for sure, nah, I'm good. Just keep all that stuff just regular ass. I don't need it. Especially like, I don't even know. It's kind of wild, but you know. Let's read that CPU block. We'll go back into the dungeon. The entry today is a bit about Louise culture. Here, kids and elderly alike play as a family. That's traditional for those living in Louis. Time is well spent as everyone enjoys the company. With so many activities, everyone stays healthy too. So healthy that even the elderly play video games. Isn't that wonderful? Sad thing, some try to scam our elders. Pathetic. To those scammers, consider this a message to you. I will hunt you down. Well, this ended strange, but until next time. Like I said, playing up the whole like Nintendo thing in like the Wii era specifically, because that's kind of when this game was released. But my point was no. Well, I can conclude my point right there. I think I was gonna mention something about how like I read stuff and it sounds really bad because I fight like lazy English. I fight it like all the time, honestly. I call it a lazy accent, really, is what I call it. Because I would say I kind of have a lazy accent. I don't really, like I said, I never did for videos, really? I kind of try to cover it up because it just sounds bad. Like, even when I started making videos, I covered it up because it doesn't sound very good. I feel like I remember... Because I was going back through videos for shorts, and I remember listening to one, and I remember hearing that I think I had it for that video, and I was like, oh god, that sounds awful. Those older ones were kind of bad anyways, but I remember hearing like that lazy accent, and I'm like, oh shit. Because I don't know if I skipped that one for a video or not. Because I remember hearing that and being like, I don't remember doing this for a video, or having this accent for a video. Like I said, I call it a lazy accent. People, it's like I said, it's weird to talk about, kind of. It's just normal around here. People understand what you say, but then like anywhere else, and it's like people will not understand what you're saying. If you speak like that, they'll be like, "What are you saying?" Because you can literally just... I'll say this, people who say, like, it kind of replies to me like when I was younger, because I don't really listen to rap anymore. I kind of stopped listening to it, but people would always be like, I don't understand what they're saying. It's like, it's actually not that hard to understand what they're saying. If you understand, it's kind of, it's a bad way to describe it, but it's like if you understand, like, the accent, I guess. It's not really that bad. Like, you can understand what they're saying. So it's like, even nowadays, I can listen to those songs and be like, yeah, I understand what they're saying. People are like, it's mumble rap. It's like, dude, it makes sense. Like, I understand what they're saying. And, I mean, that's kind of is part of it, because, like... It's like, mumbling, yeah. It's kind of like, it is part of it. Like, you kind of do mumble. Like I said, I kind of fight my accent, so to speak. I know that it's kind of it's all dependent on really where you grow up. Everyone, you kind of get an accent wherever you grow up, so you know. But you can kind of, you know, obviously in professional situations, you kind of want to. It's kind of weird to say that you want to minimize your accent, but it kind of feels like that sometimes. And so I feel like in whatever like setting I was in, I would always kind of fight it, and then like when I was ever like, you know, just whatever, it'd be like whatever, hey, I can, you know. But the point was, I heard it in the video and I'm like, oh, like, or at least it sounded kind of like I given up trying to fight it that day, and so it was kind of like half and half. Honestly, it kind of sounded like I was high, which I wasn't. It was, I don't remember what video it was really, because I don't know. I was going back and watching a lot of videos at that point, or just to make like, just be like, oh, I remember like, because I started doing shorts and I was like, well, I remember quite a few videos having like good like bite-sized moments I could clip out of them and make a short out of. And that's why I'd gone back to that video, or gone back to older videos. But I remember I'd heard that accent, and I was like, oh god, why? Oh god, why did you do that in a video? Because it just doesn't sound good, really. And like I said, it's still, like, parts of it come out, kind of. Especially during, like, my horror streams, I notice it, like, kind of come out. But like I said, I try and hide it for videos. I always joke that as well, that, like, English is my second language because I fight. Because me fighting, like, against an accent means that my pronunciation comes out weird, but it comes out right. But then sometimes comes out wrong. Because then I'm trying to, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, I don't know if it's, I feel like it's always been like that for me, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to talk about, though, as well. Because, you know, like I said, nowadays, I try not to, but of course, when I'm in, like, the comfort of, like, friends and family, I slip right back into it. Like, I don't even mind, because people, like, understand. Like I said, it's like I said, it's like mumble rap. People say they don't understand it, but it's like, no, it makes sense. Like, you can understand what they're saying if you understand, so to speak. It's like the same idea, pretty much. It's like an accent, almost, I guess is what I'm saying. It's like you can understand it because it's kind of like an accent. Now, sometimes I feel like it's kind of like regionally, and like you could say it's like mumble rap, and you're like, yeah, no, I don't understand. This is like maybe different region. I don't understand what the fuck this dude's saying. Like, this isn't like my locality. This is like their locality. I don't understand what the fuck they're saying. So I don't know. Cause I swear sometimes I'm like, what? And it's like I said, I don't really listen to rap that often anymore. And that was something I listened to when I was younger. Nowadays, I just kind of, I don't know if I grew out of it or I just don't care to really listen to it anymore. I used to a lot, but nowadays I'm just like, I don't really care to listen to it. Most of the time, because it's like stuff that was like, nowadays I look at as like really damaging. Back in the day, you don't really think about it, I guess. It's like just the kind of roundabout way of putting it. But once you really start kind of thinking about it, and they're like, oh, I'm selling drugs and shooting high points at people and doing drive-bys, stealing cars, or whatever they're saying, really. It's like, or selling narcotics on the street or whatever. You're like, this is, like, you really wouldn't have considered it previously, but then you kind of listen to it and you're like, this is kind of damaging. Like, this seems like it's kind of doing something bad. Like, you wouldn't really consider it, honestly, but obviously, I don't know. I don't know if that's for real, obviously. Like, that was... It at the very least isn't helping any. And I'll kind of leave it at that. Because I feel like that's... But, you know, like I said, I don't want to be like the politicians that are... backing off a bit, back off way a bit. I'm touching things I shouldn't. I don't want to be like the people... Because not just politicians. I don't want to be like the people who say, like, oh, well, this music is damaging or whatever. Because that just kind of sounds like, stupid and ignorant to some degree. But at the same time, it is a formulation of, like, life experiences and music. So who knows if it's, like, the best thing? But, you know. I think I just don't listen to it anymore because I just kind of... I don't know. If someone I used to listen to dropped an album nowadays, I feel like I'd go back and listen to it. But I don't know. I guess my musical taste, of course, change when you grow up and stuff. And of course, I think they can change with, like, whatever kind of is around you, I guess, so to speak. So I don't know. I feel like what's around me doesn't match the music I listen to as well. So I don't know. That's just kind of a weird roundabout way of saying. I say things funny because I think I'm fighting. Because I fight like a tendency to say things lazy. And I think I probably should stop doing it in my personal life as well. Because I think that's probably what keeps messing me up, is that I don't do it in videos, and I don't do it in professional settings. And for the most part, it doesn't come through. Like, I think for the most part, like, it doesn't, like, seem bad most of the time. Of course, couple times it like is obvious. Like, I think during the bathhouse, I kept saying boiler room. I kept going like, oh, the boiler room, boiler room, boiler room. Not going boiler room. Like, you know, I wasn't enunciating the L. I was putting like a Y in there. So I just kept saying boiler room, not boiler room. Because, I don't know. Like I said, big joke that my English is my second language. Actually, the joke has become, for me, that I'm gonna, since I'm studying Japanese, I'm gonna speak Japanese better than I speak English. Because, like I said, I think when I talk in videos it sounds normal, which is what I aim for. But I really fight. It actually takes a lot of energy because it's like I really fight an accent. Like I said, I think in one video I did it, and it's so weird. I don't know. It's at some point it's kind of normal, really, because people will understand what you're saying when you do it, and so you're just kind of like, eh, whatever. I don't feel like correcting these issues. I've had them long enough. But I feel like I should take a serious effort to correct it, my accent. It's not like I said, it's not a bad thing, but it's like also, I don't know. It's hard to talk about, I feel like, just without being funny about it. Like that's the main thing I'm trying to avoid, is like being funny about it, because like I don't mind. It's like it doesn't matter that people around me have it, but I feel like, because like, you know, people just around you will just, you know, you speak the way people around you speak, or people you speak with speak, or whatever, so that kind of influences the way you speak. And so it's alright if you speak like that, but at the same time I feel like it's hard to understand, especially when people speak like that, at least for people who aren't like from the region or whatever, or like from your area. They'd be like, huh, what? Because if I hit someone with, will I be able to do it? Because see, I have such a brain not to like do it. I don't know if I can do it on stream. Because I said to someone earlier, I said what? I don't remember that shit. Like I did some shit like that. That wasn't even close because I still enunciate a little bit. Like I can't get into it because my brain is like on that mode where it's like, don't talk like that. You're not don't talk like that. How? Because I don't know if I seriously can, but it was something like that. It's like it literally is like mumbling, like I don't remember that shit. Like something like that. Like that's really hard to understand. Like that's still not to the degree that I would speak in that situation. Like I can't even force myself to right now. Like I'm actually like I fight it, but at the same time I kind of have to force it out now that I'm kind of like in the mode. But it's like that type of, it just, that should give you at least a little bit of an impression, like that. I think I slip into it like once in a while. Usually at the end of sentences, I think. I don't know why I'm talking about accents. That's just a weird thing, but I don't even know. I don't even know if it's probably regional, but it's so weird. Like accents are such a weird thing. Because like every region has an accent, obviously. And then usually they have like subdivisions of accents as well. So a certain, you'll have like maybe a prevailing accent in the region, and then you'll have a lot more accents, like subdivisions, like I said, of accents in the region. I don't know. I don't even know if it makes any sense, really. I think I mostly slip into it at the end of the sentence, like something like that. I think I do that a lot. I don't really notice though, but obviously, how would I? It's just kind of normal. Like I said, I fight it in videos because I know actively that it's hard to understand, so I fight it a lot. Like I said, I went so heavy on like pronunciation in Japanese that it took up like 3 weeks of me like studying that and characters. And like for 3 weeks I hadn't, or three or 4 weeks, I hadn't even like opened a book or learned a word. Like, and that was just what was going on. I hadn't opened a book or read a word. I just learned the initial characters and practiced pronunciation. Which I'm glad I did, honestly. Because in all reality, that makes like everything so much easier, like going forward. Like the fact that I decided to do that before even touching a book really made it so much easier. Because now I can, because I am reading a book to learn language. Not using like an application or anything like that. But with that, it makes it like, it actually makes it so I actually like, it's like I actually know things ahead of time. So in all reality, I can already like do like a lot of things in the book that they're trying to teach you, like, this is how you do this and that, and I'm like, I already know this. I don't need to learn this again. But then learning like the pronunciation or enunciation of words, or like characters mainly, before even like getting into it has helped a lot. Because pretty much the Japanese language isn't too complex in speech patterns. Or really in like characters or anything like that. Because there's like 107 sounds. Or maybe a bit more than that, probably. In Japanese. And that's like those 100 or plus 100 or so sounds. Or with those 100 or so sounds, like a little over 100 sounds, you can like say every word in Japanese. Like it's not like English where it's like, so if it's I, or not I, there is no I sound in Japanese. That's kind of a misnomer. It's only, the I sound is really made by like a combination of sounds being set fast. So this is kind of a weird tangent to go off, but if you're like saying, if you're saying hi, it's not, there's no I in there, or there's no like I sound for real. It's like the combination. In all reality, it's the combination of a and an E sound. So hi is yes in Japanese, but it's like how it's spelled out is H-I or H-A and I. It's two separate characters. How you say it is ha-E. Ha-E. It's actually an E sound, but when you put them together, hi, if you say it quickly, it sounds like an I sound. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. But the fact there's 100 or so sounds makes it so that you can pronounce all words. The mouse came back up with 100 or so sounds. So it's not like English where it's like you could speak like so many sounds in like such a short matter of time. And like some words can be spoken multiple ways. So like I have lead poisoning, lead the way to the hospital. You know, that those two words are spelled the same, but depending on their context, you say them differently. So you don't say have lead poisoning, you say have lead poisoning. And if you're like lead the way to the hospital, you don't say led the way to the hospital, you say lead the way to the hospital. But it's all based on like the context of the word. Which Japanese has something similar, but it's not in pronunciation, that's the thing. Like that's kind of the main point. It's not the way you pronounce a word. It's the context that's in, I guess. Are you gonna go viral? No, okay. I need to take you out. And I need to heal her. Because holy crap, this is an ass whooping fest. And I don't recall having this bad of a time before. But it's not like that in Japanese, so if it's like, if say, example, hai, I slowed it down just to pronounce it. I keep saying pronounce. Like I said, poor English. If you say hi, and say hi meant two different things, it would just still be hi. It wouldn't be like hi and then hey or whatever, like, you know, whatever difference you want to do. It's still hi both times. So it's actually low-key, there's hard parts of the language to, there's like every language has its ups and downs, and I've been kind of learning that, obviously. Sometimes it's kind of weird to make a word fast, but obviously if you sound it out like it's like a ga, ba, te, gambate, ku, da, kuda, sa, kuda, sa, I, kudasai. Like, you know, you can sound it out, and pretty much you have the word. After you speed it up, you're saying the word, like, you know, you can just sound it out. And there's no weird like rules like English has. So the language has up in that factor that you can literally learn all those sounds, and then those sounds don't change unless you do something like Yoon or Diacritics where it adds like an exception, but that's like a part of the 100 characters anyways. So it's not like, so if you know the 100 characters, then like, hey, you know how to make those sounds, right? So, which, like I said, I spent 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm on the first leg of it, which is hiragana. So I spent, but the nice part of that as well is, even when you learn the new characters, the same sounds for the most part, I think, apply. So the character for like katakana, that is like whatever you want to do, like, I don't know, ka, would be like the same pronunciation. So the character for ka in hiragana would be pronounced the same way as ka or ka, whatever I said, in katakana. So that's cool. Like I said, like, just that really reduces, like, and it really makes me glad, like I said, that I put in the effort to learn the pronunciation so early on, because it was a worthwhile effort, obviously. Shit, I'm getting my ass whooped. It was a worthwhile effort because now that I know the pronunciation for all those words, I don't have to worry about that. Like, pretty much, like, I still do assessments every day, like twice daily, to make sure my pronunciation of everything is fine, and that it lines up with what it should be. And if there's like, I've been holding on to it pretty well, to be honest. Like, I haven't been like slipping up. Like, occasionally I'll catch myself saying something weird. I forget which one it was. I forget what word it was, that I kept saying things weird because it was like a double A sound or whatever. Not double A sound, but like it was like it wasn't ongaku. That wasn't the one that I was tripping up on, but there was something that was like tripping me up, and I kept pronouncing it wrong. It was gambatte. Gambatte was also tripping me up because I kept saying that word, but I kept, instead of saying te or te, yeah, te, I keep saying like te, gambatte. Like, that's not the way you say it. You say gambatte because it's a sound. But besides like little enunciation errors or whatever, it's actually relatively, like I said, the language has its ups and downs to learning, I guess. It's a fascinating language to learn, I'll say that. So it's been fun to learn. There are some points that drag though, like learning really boring words is kind of like just like, well, and this is kind of boring, like, right? Like learning that ue is up, or learning like, I don't know, ongaku is music, which, or like learning, I don't even know, ao is blue, aka is red. Like, that's kind of boring shit. Like, you know, just learning like boring words, like, I don't know. But obviously that's like part of the process. Like, you gotta respect the process. Like, you know, you can't just jump into it and it's like, oh, I'm learning, I know how to say everything. It's like, you know, you gotta take it baby steps, which is fine. But it's a fun language to learn. Besides like the boring parts, obviously, of like the kind of slow parts is just like learning words, or because, you know, obviously you're just dipping your feet in, so you gotta learn that before you like dive in head first and like learn everything, or like learn like more complex things. The phrases in bigger words are easier to remember than the small words though. So I can tell you ka is mosquito, but I mean, I don't know why. I can tell you that, but I struggled for like a couple days learning some like small ass words. I still kind of am. So like ue, that word caught me off, like that word just kept fucking me up. But it was like ongaku. I knew that after like one day. Like, I was like, ongaku, that makes sense. Or like I learned this one yesterday. What was it? Tampopo. Tampopo is like dandelion. Like, it's a bigger word, so I feel like it's easier to remember for one reason or another. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. That was just kind of, but like those small ass like 1-2 character words, I'm like, oh god, I'm not gonna remember this easy. Especially if it was like 2 vowels. So if it was like A and O, owl, that's like, ew, that fucks you up. It's not. That's like 2 letters. At least in like English pronunciation or whatever you want to say.
Fine, I'll fight you. Take this.
It's a fun language to learn though. I feel like it's not that crazy to learn either. Obviously, well, it gets worse. I mean,
What should I do?
because I feel like your initial effort.
I'll fight you.
Sorry, I feel like your initial effort pays off pretty quick though. So, like I said, in English you have like 1,000 ways to pronounce a word, but in Japanese there's like, or like there's like 1,000 sounds or something. I think someone once said. Like, so there's a lot of, like, there's a shit ton of sounds in English and a lot of weird things with it. But like I said, in Japanese, it's like a little over 100 sounds and you can say everything in Japanese. Kind of ridiculous, like I said, but kind of cool, like I said, because that initial effort means you kind of lock it in and then you don't have to worry about it again. But there are the weird downsides to it as well, though, like I said. The language rules obviously will change to a certain degree. I don't know what degree yet, because, like I said, I'm not that far in. But I know the language rules are different for sure, like the order of like how you put things in a sentence or whatever. But I know, and obviously the character part is hard because the initial hiragana, which is just Japanese words spelled in or just Japanese words, pretty much. Is 107 characters, which is the 46 main characters, 25 diacritics, and then 36 yun.
You couldn't keep up with my
I'll pronounce this differently, like I said. Like I said, that initial hill is a hard one to get up of, but once you get up it becomes a lot easier. But that's like your initial 107 characters that you learn. Is hiragana, Japanese words that are just the characters for Japanese words, essentially. And then, but then after that, you have katakana, which is the Japanese characters for words in different languages. So, like, I think the example I always see is like keiku, for like cake, or keku, or was that how you? I don't remember. But there's like one for cake that like vaguely sounds like cake. So sometimes in Japanese you'll hear like words that vaguely sound like English, but in reality it's still Japanese, but it's just words adapted from whatever respective language into English. Is pretty much the best way to think about it. Like I said, kind of weird. And like I said, quite a hill to get up at first. But, God, I am doing terrible. In short, it's a fun language to learn.
I was just caught off guard.
It's the difficulties will come later, I think. Like I said, because then after that point, I don't know how many characters are in katakana. I imagine another 100 or so. So then, when you consider that, your effort will be learning 107 characters, probably additional 100 for the words pronounced, or for Japanese words, or for like foreign words spelled in Japanese, the separate characters, katakana. So that'll be an effort, but like I said, at the same time, you're not learning like new sounds like you would in English maybe. You just learn new characters. So they make all the same sounds, just different characters, which is kind of cool. Like I said, it makes the initial effort of learning all the pronunciation or enunciation like really worth it. Because you do that and you're already set for like speaking in Japanese essentially, for the most part, I think. But like I said, you have to learn another 100 characters. So pretty much by the end of learning that 2 set of characters, you will know probably somewhere north of like 200 characters in Japanese, which is kind of crazy. The crazier part is that then there's a third set of characters, and that's kanji, or kanji, yeah, kanji, which is Chinese, which as far as I understand, like I said, because I kind of language theoried it, just to kind of get an idea of what it was like, because the language theory is interesting to read, I guess, but I think kanji was the original form of writing Japanese. How it spiraled off is a kind of a deeper story, really. As far as I recall, it kind of spiraled off due to the fact it wasn't even that long ago. It was like 800 years ago when it spiraled off and hiragana was made and everything. But kanji is pretty much a spin-off of what was it? Wu? It's like the Wu dialect in China. So it uses like Chinese characters, and so that's kind of what you see is like they look like modified Chinese characters essentially as kanji, but those are used like to sometimes replace like parts of words or make certain sounds, and there's like 2,000 of those, which is kind of wild. So it's like I said, I think a lot of people talk about it like that effort is probably like the hardest part, but I'm not too worried. I don't know, because like I said, I feel like you have to actually like legitimately want to learn a language. So I want a language, which is absolutely the case. So I absolutely want to learn this language. I'm going to learn it, as opposed to like, I don't know. I learned French in high school, and I'll be honest, I didn't want to, but that was the only options we were given in high school. You're given like Spanish, French, and German. I think were your options. And I didn't want to learn all three. I didn't want to learn any of them. I think I wanted to learn Italian. They didn't let you learn Italian. They let you... You only got a choice between the 3 languages they gave you. So I didn't really give a shit to learn those. But I took French. Because, like, I was like, fuck it. It was mandatory in high school to take a second language. So I was like, fuck it. Okay, I'll take French classes. I did that. And I retained none of it because I don't use any of it. Like, because that's kind of what you have. You know, you don't use it, you lose it. Pretty much, is what people say. So you know, I never retained it because I was like, well, I don't care. Like, it's kind of the worst way to put it, right? Like to say like I don't care. That's like no offense to the language either, really. But I was not using the language. So, and I wasn't really all that interested in learning the language. So that just, you kind of hit a point where I was like, okay, well, with all of this considered, I just didn't retain it. So, I don't know, but that's kind of like, I don't know. A long tangent to essentially say, hey, I don't know. Japanese is kind of cool. Don't mind learning it, like I said. And like I feel like it makes sense because I play like a lot of JRPGs, and like I don't know, I like watching like Japanese content creators on YouTube and stuff. So, well, at least like subtitled versions and shit like that. I don't really watch like anime, but I guess like, you know, I used to watch that in Japanese. So, you know, I feel like it makes sense as a language to learn because I'd actually use it. Like I said, I feel like it has to be like an actual effort for you to want to learn a language, though. Otherwise, truly, how are you gonna like retain what you consumed, right? Because if you're like, oh well, language, oh this or that, or you know. If you don't truly want to learn it, then what's going to make you retain it? And what's going to make you use it actively? You know, like a lot of people, I don't know. I guess that's my opinion on like learning a language. Obviously, culturally too, it's kind of a cool thing if that's such a thing. If your like native culture diverts from, or your native language or like, how am I trying to say this? Like I said, words hard. Words hard. So if your family came from like Germany and then, but you were born in America, but your family was like German, then obviously like, kind of like the language of, your cultural language kind of is German, or like your family or ancestral language is German, so it'd be cool for you to learn German for that reason, but you know, things like that, I don't know. Words sometimes work in my favor, most of the time not. That's also to say that both for me in that aspect, since I do know my roots, both of those languages in question, like your ancestral languages, are dead, so they weren't really worth learning. I finally got you, you fake. Like, no one speaks them already. Gonna make you pay for all that crap back there. Your ass is grass. Go and punish the imposter for exposing the secrets of our fair lady. That was you, dude. Yeah, go for it. I feel like Nep Nep and Miss Fancier are partly to blame here. These guys don't learn, do they? Well, we're fighting her anyways. I don't think this is a two-part fight. That was just kind of weird for them to do that for Noir. Ah, but she tanks hits like a motherfucker. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's no good.
Okay, I'm charging. I'll send you to hell.
Okay. So, let's do our initial power-ups.
I'm Red Tangerine Trumpet.
That's, she actually didn't do that much. Well, I don't have anyone else to power up, so I guess I'll wait. I need to give Pishi this one in particular. I would have considered just doing the basic power up for her. Like I said, Kampa she's not a frontline fighter. She stays in the back, and she heals and she attacks from distance. That's her current use. She pretty much takes the Ramen, like I said, Ramen Ram. Do that in Rebirth 2. They're not your frontline fighters. She is sure as shit trying to make her a frontline fighter, though. Goddamn. But effort-wise, they're not so. You sit them in the back while your actual like DPS characters do fight in the front, or like characters that you're actually gonna be like doing evasion for. So I'm gonna keep pushing her away. Because I mean, seriously, she's being attacked by other characters. She should just focus fire on them. I don't know why she's so after Kampa right now. Like, seriously, for real, what's going on here? Leave her alone.
I'll send you to hell.
Like, for real, you should be focusing on the people who are actually doing damage to you.
Soul combination. I can go anytime. Didn't feel it.
But I mean, like I said, she serves the purpose of like, I can't push much. I'll have to start pushing to the right. She serves the purpose that Ramen Ram did, which were they were distance fighters. Or was it Ramen Ram? I seriously feel like they were the magic. Yeah, there she goes. See, you should be attacking them. You should have been attacking them like hell ago, though. I feel like they were the magic casters in Rebirth 2, if I recall correctly. And so they were distance attackers. You keep on the back while you send Uni and Nepgear up front to deal damage. Like I said, but you know, I can't make her decide what she wants to do. If she wants to attack fucking Kampa, I guess she's gonna do that. If needs her power back, so we'll do Explosive Awakening again. See, I don't know why she was so. See, she's attacking the right targets now. She was aggro as hell though on Kampa. I don't know why. So everyone's kind of shit here on health right now. Iffy's clearly the lowest. I am gonna start doing healing rounds. She's enough in range.
I'm Red Tangerine Trumpet.
Good thing I did though. because, oh my god, her AGI did not mitigate a single hit. Holy crap. She just fucking took all those hits. So Compa, since people are doing bad out here, you're gonna be healing a lot. I meant to attack more. This is just gonna drag it out a bit more. Okay, that was at least not that bad. But Compa lost her ability again. That's no good. Well, we'll boost her back up. I feel like I should hit her with AGI though, because she is getting targeted, like beyond what she should be getting targeted right now. Like she is, like generally speaking, you put them on the back line so they don't get targeted. She is getting targeted like hell, for no good reason, I think. See, AGI is doing her a lot of benefits, and she can take hits pretty easy, which is good.
My turn.
Which we'll keep healing her because I seriously don't know what my inefficiency is, but maybe I should consider or try to find out why. I think it's because they have damn. I think I should probably consider not boosting Compa anymore. Because seriously, what she is doing is she's mostly doing the legwork of carrying these damn characters back up. She's not really doing hits. She's carrying these characters back to like an acceptable. She's being the healer, which is what she's supposed to do. I seriously think they did some rebalancing when they remade this or released this game on PC. Or they did updates that rebalanced the game. They had to have, because this is like significantly harder than I remember this game ever being. Either that, or I'm just, because I'm using the DLC characters, I'm just like getting messed up. I kind of wanted to do that though because I had never used these characters. See, and usually it would be they would aggro to the closest character to them. So you could have like characters at the very least. What I'll say is we can still kind of as long as we position the characters correctly, she's only going to hit one character at a time, which is good. That's what we want. We don't want her hitting multiple characters at a time. Because, like, she's going to do a lot of damage to Comp or Iffy. Not going to wipe her out, but she's going to do a lot of damage. We're getting there, though. See, now she's focus firing Iffy? And I don't know why. Like, I don't know why her attitude all of a sudden changed to this. What she's currently doing is what I mean. Because I really didn't elaborate on what I meant. Bam. Okay, well that took way more effort than I think it should have. All for like nothing in terms of XP.
I feel strong.
Alright, eat that bitch. Damn, God. Man, I don't know. Well, she uses vulgar language in all the games. I think. Or as far as I remember. Maybe it was just me, but Blanc seemed more excited than ever. Go figure. Now that we got the fake out of the way, can you take us to the weapon? Certainly, please, this way. Broccoli is interested too. I'm coming. Sniffle, fucking sniffle, dude. Speaking of, what is this legendary weapon of Louis? Well, legendary equal hero. Legendary equals hero equals sword, don't you think? It must be a sword that the hero used to slay dragons and demons. Now, Lady Blanc, this here is the weapon of legends, the weapon of heroes. I must be tired. It looks like a hammer to me. We use hammers. No, any angle you look at it, it's a hammer. From what I know, it is a spear used by the legendary hero. It's a hammer, but it has deteriorated over time, so it is hardly a weapon to use now. Of note, the attack power is 40 and the selling price is 1 credit. Someone tried to sell a legendary weapon? Well, at least the hero portion is the same that Blanc imagined. One day, a certain plumber with a mustache and Louis crafted it into a hammer. In addition, they changed the name to Golden Hammer. That just means it didn't retain its form. No, see here, the shaft was retained. The blade was what was changed. They changed the most important portion. But hey, it's good that it's a hammer. You're used to using those anyways. I guess so. Well, we have the legendary weapon, so let's go. I'll follow after. I need to clean up after what the fake's done. That reminds me, are you still writing more pain-inducing novels? Seriously, you want to bring this subject again? Bleh. Oh, but I'm a bit interested too. I've already graduated from writing such middle school content. I'm now writing a battle harem. Slice of life novel, it will be epic. Okay. I'm not sure what to say. I don't think she graduated at all, New. Yeah, I did the New. New. I have to do it right if I'm going to do it, goddammit. So now our options are go to Leanbox or go to List Station. I don't know if I completed any missions though. I don't know if I completed any missions is what I meant to say. Jeez, I didn't. We'll do Leanbox. We're not gonna complete the dungeon, obviously. So I think next part will be Leanbox and then probably Neo Geo Front. And then maybe the end of the chapter. If I could, my voice not give out. Lady Verret, we came to help. Damn, hey, I'm sorry about that. Lady Verret, we came to help. It's hella talking does wear your voice down though. My, Iffy, I'm so happy you came for me. Long time no see. So, how are things looking on your side, Verret? We did find the legendary weapon, but see for yourself. God. Wow, this bow is moldy and mildewy and damp all over. I presume it became like this from its storage in our safe. We didn't air the place at all. This won't come in very handy then. Yes, to add at this size is too large for me to handle. If so, why not use the parts from the bow to make your spear, Lady Verret? My, such a splendid idea. You are truly my Iffy. But the problem here is how. I suppose most smiths may not be able to make such a drastic fix. What is the matter? Our emergency quest starts tonight. No, not that. Will you let Ran handle the crafting? Can you do it? Yes, I did some smithing and crafting while I was in List Station. Very well, Ran. I leave this weapon in your care. Is there anything we can help with? Can I ask if you can gather the materials for the crafting? Why, most certainly. Verret has been added. So I don't know if this is where we fight the fake or not. Like I said, don't remember the exact order of this game. It has been a while. Guild. Obviously, new quests, because new dungeon. It'll be, Rebirth 2 will be an interesting... I guess I already did that one, huh? Rebirth 2 will be an interesting game. I died that one too, huh? Okay. I feel like Rebirth 2 will be an interesting game to play through. Just because, this story isn't as, like, happy-go-lucky. Not to say it's a bad game. It definitely isn't, like, upbeat as Nep1 or Nep3. Nep V2 kind of, or Victory 2, I should say. Nep Victory 2 kind of does that, or Victory 2, I could just say that. Kind of goes within the same direction of not being like a happy-go-lucky game, but it has its moments. So this is where the materials are. Speaking of, what happened to your fake? She was more interested in games, so being harmless, the brothers are on watch. Why do I feel like the wrong traits were a copy for Vert? So where could the materials for the spear be? According to Ran, somewhere in this dungeon. Hey, Neptune. Oh, this voice. Wow, I don't believe we'd meet in such a place. Are you here for work? Yep, what are you doing here, Tekken? Well, I heard rumors of Lady Vert and HDD roaming around here, so I came to check. All the CPUs are kind of acting strange and causing commotion, so... Lady Vert. My, considering I didn't get any word on this means they have been slacking. I know. Can I tag along? I mean, it was getting a bit lonely there. Absolutely, positively, yes. I was actually going to ask the same. With how I cannot use HDD, it would be helpful if you join us. Okay, hope we get along well again. Yes, same to you. So Tekken, I don't know how she is in this game. I don't remember. In Rebirth 3, if we play Rebirth 3, she is an absolute baller. She just smacks people around. She's crazy. I don't know if she's the same in this game or not. But in Rebirth 3, she'll probably end up in the main party at some point, because she goes crazy. I don't remember what my party build was in Rebirth 3. I think it was, shit, I actually don't know. She was in my party, but I don't know who I had. I could always, like, launch my, Vita and find out, but... She was 100% in my party, but I don't remember who else was. I think Neptune was for the entirety of the game. But I don't know if Noir was, or I don't know if Nepgear was either. But I know for a fact that Tekken would like just DPS the fuck out of everything, and she could just smash like anything. She was crazy, to be honest. Like, she was a really good character, so I would love to have her in my party for that game, if we get around to it, of course. I don't know if I will. Mainly because it's a long game. That's kind of been my thing. I have a knowledge of the games I played, and I know their lengths. So I know that game's like 80, it took me 80 hours. I don't know if it'd take that long on a second playthrough, or third playthrough, I should say, if we're being correct. Or that's the most recent one I remember was 80 hours. I don't know what it... I also played it with like all the DLC. I don't know if that affected the game. That game in general is just a really long game though. Just because of the dialogue. The dialogue takes like forever to get through. This game has that issue somewhat, but it's not as bad. But I don't know if we'll play Rebirth 3. My intentions are to play Rebirth 2 though, for sure. So that one's kind of locked in. I'm like, yeah, Rebirth 2 is on the list. And then Death and Request I want to play. 2 wouldn't be that bad to get through. Because I would say Death and Request 1 took me 40 hours. And then two took me like the same 35 hours, I think. Like the same as Rebirth 2, I should say.
My turn.
So truly, they're not hard games to get through. So I want to play those games though, because I love them. And it's been a few years since I've played them.
I win.
Kind of. I think.
My turn.
I think it's been 2 years since I played Death and Request 2, and I think it's been, or I think it's been 3 years since I played Death and Request 1, and then 2 years since I played Death and Request 2. So that's kind of how it is. I definitely want to play them though, because well, at least Death and Request 1. 2, you know, I feel a certain way about 2. I do enjoy it. I do think it's a good game. But all the appeal of the original Death and Request isn't in that game, honestly. And it's kind of just, I don't know. I like it. Like, I think probably during when I talked about it, I said I liked it a lot. And I do. I think it's a good game. I do enjoy, like, I did enjoy it, but it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, like, as a Death and Request game, though, for the standards that Death and Request 1 set, it kind of missed the mark. From what I kind of wanted, really. Because I feel like all the main, like, story beats for Death and Request 1 kind of disappear. And, like, that kind of cool theme that was in Death and Request 1 disappears, too. That's kind of my main issues with that game. You know, like, the year I played it, yeah, I played it in 2023. Like, when I was still doing second channel shit, I guess. Pretty often. That year, it lost to fucking Sonic Frontiers, which, I mean, Sonic Frontiers is actually a great game. Like, I'm not saying it should have won, but I'm saying it's odd that it lost to that game, because I actually really like Sonic Frontiers a lot. Like I said, that was my third favorite game of 2023 that I played that year. Second was Dust Cyber 2, number 1 was Caligula Effect 2, so there you go. But for all intents and purposes, in my mind, that game should have lost twice, actually. It should have lost to either Cry Machina, or it should have lost to Death and Request 2, and it actually won against both. Which is kind of crazy. Because, in all reality, I mean, you know, for me at least, that doesn't track. Like, I do like Sonic, but I've never been, like, I didn't think that game was going to be, like, one that I would really love. But I did, for one reason or another. Like, I don't know why Sonic Frontiers was as amazing as it was, really. At least to me. I hope they do more games like that. But I've always liked Sonic. 3D-wise, I've always liked Sonic 2 as well, but I feel like I go back to them, I get frustrated. Because when I went back and played Adventure 1 and 2, I got so angry. Like, those games can be frustrating as shit. But kind of like the roundabout way of what I'm trying to say is, like, in my mind, for all intents and purposes, Death and Request 2 and Cry Machina one of them should have beat out Sonic Frontiers, but neither of them did. But that kind of bleeds into my general, what I was talking about, like that. There were things about Death and Request 2 that just kind of like, I just didn't like the fact that it wasn't, like, the follow-up to the original game that I wanted. Because I wanted a more, like, direct follow-up. Which is kind of weird because, like, I think with the true ending considered of Death and Request 2, nothing really happens, or, like, hardly anything happens. So the game is, like, damn near pointless, but I guess that's a story for another day, I suppose. Because I feel like that'll be a game I'll put on my list to play, especially since I have the original one on the list. It's literally, at this point, just a duology. Why not knock it out for the channel, right? same thing for like Caligula Effect as well. It's a duology, why not knock it out for the channel? Second game will be longer, but you know, it's still worth playing through both for the channel. And I'll be doing Cry Machina as well, but you know, Cry Machina. That game, I feel like I'll come out of that game more positive than I initially did, which I wasn't negative about the game. I don't think. I was just disappointed because I set my expectations really high. Part of that was the fault of Caligula Effect 2, because pretty much what Caligula Effect 2 showed me was that you could take a sequel and expand on it like crazy. Like they could take like everything from the Caligula Effect 1 and just make it like way better. So that was what my kind of takeaway from that game. So I was like, well, Cry Machina is going to be amazing, and it actually was. Story-wise, was pretty amazing, and music-wise, that was the music. Oh god, we'll get to that. But then there's another problem with music that's like, like I said, that's for when we get to Cry Machina. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking Nep's gonna take more than 10 parts, or 10 parts or more. Unfortunately. Or fortunately, I'm not sure. It's just you have to grind a lot to get levels and make sure you're prepped. Which is, the thing is, I feel like it's kind of annoying because like, I know in the Vita version you could just break the freaking I feel like that's just my own annoyance though. It's like you could absolutely like break the whatever it's called, I forget. You could break the Coliseum and make it so you could like level up super fast. And in this game it seems like they kind of don't let you do that. Or at least in this version, I should say. Obviously this version was getting updated far beyond what the Vita version was getting updated. Because it has more content than the Vita version, but I'm gonna go turn those quests in and then call it a part, because I think that's a good place to stop. Halfway through, or I guess we'll go back into the dungeon. We'll turn the quests in, go back into the dungeon, and then save at that one spot. Which I have a lot of, honestly, I have a lot of quests. So I don't know, am I missing something? Is there a plan that I should have been using all this time? No, it would have been under this. Well, I need a lost game ring is something that I need, because breaking the damage limit is like pretty useful. But we're gonna go back in and save at that one save point, just so we can like kind of just jump right into it next time, and then we'll pick up from there next week when we play Nep. Like I said, don't remember how many dungeons there are or chapters there are. I believe there's 8 or 9. Or no, there's for sure 8 or 9, but I'm not sure if it's 8 or 9. But I think by next part we'll be through chapter 7 and then into chapter 8. So save, spam save, because I don't trust it. But that will be the end of part 7 for Nep Rebirth 1. Didn't make as much progress as I thought it would, but at the same time we had to grind to get levels to be more efficient. I don't know how easy or hard this boss is going to be. I don't know what order they intend you to go for, because they literally let you go in any order that you want, but that was part 7 of Nep Rebirth 1. Like I said, we'll continue this next time, which will be kind of like what we're rolling into is, I guess, the schedule, or yeah, like announcements, the upcoming schedule. So I announced it yesterday, but we'll announce the video again. On Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time will be the highlights video for the bathhouse? Yeah, it should be the bathhouse. That was about a 3-hour stream, a little over 3 hours, I think. I condensed it down into about 27 minutes. So it was a pretty good stream, all things considered, honestly. May have come out better than Parasocial, I'm not exactly sure, but it actually was a pretty good stream. There were a lot of decent moments in there, so I managed to edit down to about 27, 28 minutes. And honestly, it was a pretty enjoyable game. I think it was a pretty good time. So that'll be the video coming out on Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Will be the highlights for the bathhouse. My God, my ass is sniffling. The schedule for next week for streaming will be Monday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll return to NEP for NEP Rebirth Part 8. Picking up for where we just left off, so that'll be what will be happening on Monday. And then on Friday, we will be back at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for a horror stream. Like I've been doing for the past couple Fridays that I've streamed on. Honestly, I've been enjoying a lot of the Chilla's Art horror games. They've been a lot of fun. So we're just going to keep doing those, honestly. I'll pick another one out at random for next Friday. We'll play through it, you know, however long it takes. And it'll be, I think it'll be a good time, but I've been having a lot of fun with those, so I just kind of want to continue to keep doing those. Because all of those games have been really fun to stream. Main reason I haven't been streaming like YouTube Gray live on Wednesdays is because I don't want to wear them out. Eventually, YouTube Gray Live may replace some like horror game Fridays or whatever, and it might just be a general like horror Friday or scary Friday, whatever. Main thing being I don't want to wear out like whatever segment of horror I decide to do. I don't want to wear it out, because if I was doing like YouTube Gray Live one week and then I'm doing a horror game the next week, I'd kind of wear it out fast. Because I get kind of used to being like, you know, the scary shit, which I don't want to do. I want it to be kind of, you know, you take a break, do it again, take a break, do it again, just so I don't wear it out, you know. But that's what we'll be doing on Friday. Next Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time will be a horror game stream for a Chilla's Art game. Should be fun. Like the last 3 have been like a lot of fun, so I think this one will be fun as well. But that's the entire schedule for next week. So shortened for the whole schedule for the week. So condensed version this Sunday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Highlights video for the bathhouse by Chilla's Art. Monday at 9 p.m. Next Monday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time will be NEP Rebirth 1 Part 8. Part 8. And then next Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time will be a horror game by Chilla's Art. So that's kind of the entire schedule, everything that's going on for this week and next week. But other than that, don't have much more to say, other than that, don't have much more to say, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you. Stay chill. Bye.